What's going on?
Hey everyone, welcome. Comic Artist Pro Secrets. Good to be here Tuesday night. Not doing a high council tonight. High council is being put on hold. We're postponing that for a little while. Just for a week, I think. Hey Antonio, how you doing?
I'm good, brother. What's going on?
Well, we got drama, pal. We got drama. We got Nasser in the house as well.
What's up, Nasser?
Yo.
Nasser Rabadi. And I invited Donald DeLay. Actually, I invited everyone. I put the link in the chat. Anyone who wants to come in here can come in here. I'm going to tell the story. There are people who want to know what's going on. And I got to tell you, I am only dimly aware of what's going on.
All right.
Dimly aware, but I'm going to tell the story anyway. And I'm going to use your tweets. And we're going to go through this. And we're going to figure out what the hell you're doing, Nasser.
Okay.
What the hell Nasser is up to. A lot of people are concerned about it. Last Crusader says, yo, Antonio. Jeremy Wick says, F Nasser. We're going to get a lot of F Nassers tonight, I think. You know.
Yeah, probably.
Donald is doing a live stream right now. If anybody wants to tell him, if he wants to come in here, this would be a good time to be in here because obviously, you know, we're discussing something kind of serious here at the moment. And it involves two parties. Doesn't involve me. Does it involve me, Nasser?
I don't think so.
Doesn't involve me. It involves Nasser and it involves Donald DeLay. It's so dumb. All right, a lot of people are saying kick Nasser. No. Nasser's got to be in here for this. It might be drama. We haven't done too much drama lately. You know, Nasser, I've been promoting other people's comics. Have you seen me do that?
Yes, I've seen, and I'm happy for all of them. They're all doing so well, especially Shinobi Sasquatch. I think that's my favorite one out of the whole bunch.
Okay, guys, he didn't mean that. Don't attack Shinobi Sasquatch. Now everybody's gonna refund Shinobi Sasquatch.
Oh, I meant Brand. Brand was.
Yeah, there you go. Brand is your favorite. All right. Can anyone join in? No. But I put the link out to Comicsgate. You know the Comicsgate channel that I kicked Nasser out of, the hidden room. So you know, what I did to get Nasser out of there was, what did I do, Nasser?
You blocked me and unblocked me.
Correct. Which removed you from all the private rooms. Why would I do that?
I don't know. You tell me. You're the one that did it.
Well, I mean, you know, I can only take so much conflict. I'm an old man, Nasser. I'm not like you. You're a young man. You're ready to fight. You're ready to pick fights with people all day long. I pick fights broadly with, you know, a conspiracy, an overarching SJW conspiracy. I have no heart to pick fights with individuals. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like it. I don't like to fight with individuals. I like to fight with just SJWs as a whole. Now, you, Antonio, is that correct? I mean, you kind of know me. I mean,
I would say that is accurate. You are fighting a broader battle. You don't like to do the individual thing as much.
Right, and you know, that's right. And the thing about it is the fighting with individuals makes us lose focus. We start to miss the forest for the trees when we're picking fights with individuals. You know. If the entire forest is on fire and we're sitting there trying to put out one branch of one tree, or Conversely, if we're trying to set fire to the whole forest, oh, good, Donnie's here. Donald Delay, how are you?
What's going on? What I miss?
Well, we just started. I was hoping you would come in here because I didn't want to talk too much until you were in here and we could actually work this out. I consider this to be the weirdest thing that Nasser's ever done. Now, I say that with love. I've seen Nasser for a long time. Nasser is nothing if not the weirdest person I've ever met. I've met a lot of weird people. I have described Nasser as truly gifted. I would describe him as exceptional. Advisedly, Nasser. I would say that you are somebody who is persistent and somebody who has absolutely no fear of anything at all. None.
Yep, I'm not scared of anybody except God.
Right. You're afraid of God?
Yep.
Well, what if God punishes you for what you're doing to poor Donald?
He's not.
All right, everyone, let's get into this and let me show you what's going on here. So I'm going to go to the Comicsgate thread on Kiwi Farms. They've documented this incredibly weird thing that Nasser's doing, which I want to talk to Donald. Are you cool with this?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're going to do this. Welcome, Ro Kabir Kumar. He just popped in. We'll talk to you too. We got a lot of drama going on.
Hello, Ro.
Hail Caesar. Hail, brothers.
we got drama coming out of both ears. All right, look. So something happened between Nasser and Donald. Now, here's what I know. Oh, you know what? I wrote a little post on Kiwi Farms about this whole thing. Nasser, did you see it yet?
No, I haven't read Kiwi Farms all day. I don't think I've read it in the last couple days, actually.
Okay, let me see here. Let me just find it because I'll read it and you can, I'll read it aloud. Nasser, I'm not a writer like you are. Okay, so
I could tell from the Cyberfrog preview.
Fuck you. All right, look, here we go. That was good. Thank you. And this is what I'm talking about with Nasser. Nasser has no balls. No fear. He's got balls. All right, Nasser, ready?
All right, sure.
People are asking what happened with you and Donald. It says this. I don't follow the infighting drama that closely. I just get bits and pieces of what's going on, usually when the fighting is already at an 11. Also, adults tattled to me on other adults and asked me to fix it. But I'm used to that. Remember Mark Wade? Fix this shit now. Fucking fix this. Everybody remembers that. Mark Wade is what one you would have to refer to Mark Wade as an adult. Here's my
if you really want to.
Well, he is, and for adults tattling on other adults is something that I find weird. I don't know how to deal with it. I don't know how to cope with it. It puts me in the position of being kind of like a kindergarten teacher, and I don't like it. That's not what I'm doing. So I don't really know how to respond to people going, Ethan, this guy's doing that. I don't know how to. What do you want me to do about it? Put him in timeout? Make him wear a little dunce cap in the corner? Take away his dessert? I don't know what to do. I'm a parent. I know how to discipline children. You want me to cut a switch? You literally want me to go get daddy's belt? The Bible belt. Beat the love of Jesus into all of you.
Get Bible-rella.
Yeah. Smash you all in the balls with a gigantic 40-pound Bible. Now, I'll do that, but I didn't ask for that role. I didn't ask for that job. So nevertheless, it happens Nasser.
Yeah.
It happens every fucking day.
Okay, sure.
Every day. All right. Here's my perspective on this. Nasser is a cool, exceptional kid who stands up for himself at all times. Even though he's only in his early 20s, something in him isn't wired properly to know when to quit. Nasser, you're gonna learn something about yourself.
All right.
The other side of that is that he doesn't know when he's being annoying or a bully or crossing a line. The good part of that is that he's persistent to a fault. So if that comes with a thick skin, he's never going to quit submitting, proposing, or getting his work out there. After weeks of asking, Nasser, you tell me where I'm wrong, okay, with any of this. Because I don't like to talk out of school. All right. After weeks of asking, I let Nasser come on my show to sell his comic. In short order, he baffled Cecil by flatly telling him that he didn't think Cecil was funny. And that made Nasser an instant e-celeb.
The good old days.
Right. The warm, family atmosphere of Comicsgate prompted Donald DeLay to do something kind of dumb. He entered into a long-term working partnership with Nasser, complete with an agreed 50% of the property for Nasser. Fuzzy terms past that, right? There's no real contract that you guys put in place.
Yeah, we didn't have a contract.
Okay. Doesn't matter. A verbal contract's good enough, but we don't know what, what does it mean, 50%? We don't know what that means, really. I mean, not in any real sense. But this was, in my opinion, insane. Donald, this was, in my opinion, insane. Do you now agree with me?
Yes.
Okay. Donald created this character by himself and was being incredibly kind and generous to this kid who, frankly, is an untested, inexperienced young talent with a penchant for deliberately making squeaky chair noises during live streams to annoy us. And Donald gives him 50% of everything he creates. Now, Donald, in some way, do you feel responsible for this now? Do you see where you went wrong?
Yeah, giving somebody I barely knew or didn't know 50% of something I created.
Okay. Inevitably, there's a falling out. I don't know what prompted it. I don't know who did what to whom, but I'm getting all of this static from both sides crying about each other. What do? I ignore it. I have a family, I have my kids of my own. I have a job. I have several jobs. It's important that I not get involved in other adults tattling on each other. Nasser calls me up, and I talk to him about how he doesn't feel like he's respected and he's just a joke to Comicsgate. Meanwhile, Nasser added Cherry's icon to his Twitter handle, which I'm told means something about hating me and Comicsgate.
Ethan,
Nasser, hold on, let me finish reading this, and then, okay. I still have no idea what that's about. Don't care. Like, I see this is what they call gay ops on Twitter. Okay, flatly. I don't care. We all have clown makeup. I'm the glove. You're the fist. Ethan's the devil. We gotta take Ethan down. He's the devil.
Ethan,
So let's all wear
I never hated
makeup.
you. I never hated you. That emoji does not mean I hate you.
Let's all have secret meetings about Ethan and how he's a monster and the devil. We got to take him. He's too powerful. He's too powerful. He has the power to make us all money, and it's got to stop.
Ethan, I defended you to a lot of people with cherry emojis.
Okay.
What is a cherry?
What does the cherry emoji mean?
It's just an emoji. It's just my friend Midnight Cherry. I watch his streams. I put a cherry emoji. That's it. It doesn't mean anything more or less than that.
I want you to put a frog emoji. I want you to get rid of your cherries and put a frog there. Would you do that right now?
Why? Why is it that important?
Prove your loyalty, brother.
What? It's an emoji.
Emojis mean loyalty, brother.
All right. I'm just kidding, Nasser. I don't give a shit. Like I said, it's gay ops. I don't know what it's about. It's a lot of people chortling together and going, we have cherries. You have cherries? I have cherries. He doesn't have cherries. They look like balls. They look like a pair of balls hanging there. Shit. All right, so again, I don't know what it is, but I see it and people say, well, it means something hostile towards you. So I'm like, okay, well, that's not a great sign that Nasser has that. Not a great sign. Because Nasser has my phone number, and Nasser can call me when he wants.
I don't have your phone number.
Who else on this panel has my phone number?
I have
Not me.
I have a phone number.
Oh, damn. I'm an outcast.
Very few people. All right. Somewhere around here, Donald tells Nasser they aren't working together anymore. I don't know how that went down.
Badly.
Yeah.
Nasser retaliates by making a 1-hour video bashing Donald as a liar and a thief.
That was only the first 30 minutes.
Donald, you gave this dude 50%. To be fair,
fair,
you took a greaser's head and you put it on Pitt's body. Let's be honest.
Whoa.
And you get all right. And you gave 50% of that to Nasser Rabadi. So that is that. I mean, why? Like, you could have written it yourself, Donald.
I put a greaser's head on Savage Dragon's body and gave him Pitt's jacket. Okay, let's be clear. Let's be 100% honest here.
Green. All right, so here's where we're at now. So Nasser makes a video, 1-hour video, bashing Donald as a liar and a thief, saying some rather cruel things about that Umbrella guy and Yellow Flash, and announcing that he's leaving. Were you leaving Comicsgate or leaving comics? Because I got confused about that.
Kind of leaving comics, but I suppose if I leave comics, I'm out of Comicsgate as well. I'm just moving on to writing only novels.
Right. Then he shows up on my now, Nasser. This is called sending mixed signals to somebody. I'm leaving comics. I'm going to show up on Comicsgate Live. Right.
Well, Ethan.
Right.
I thought I could still have my friends, even if I wasn't making comics. You sent me a link. I thought I'd come by, say hi. You had a lot of new creators on. Figured I'd show support for their new comics. Most of those guys are on their first Indiegogos. And we even said when we talked on the phone that I could still come by the streams. So I didn't see a problem. I wasn't pushing my butt.
I didn't know you were leaving comics.
Right,
that was the thing. Like, I didn't know you were leaving comics, and then also like the video and all this extra stuff.
But hold on. Can I ask one question? Do you mind if I interrupt? I mean, Nasser, do you think you can just show up and everything's just la happy, pretty?
Well, I wouldn't say that. I mean, look, if Nasser's my friend, then he can show up and everything's going to be happy and pretty on my show. But the question is, why are we saying we're leaving comics? Presumably that means we're leaving Comicsgate and then showing up on Comicsgate Live with cherries, if it isn't to make trouble in some way.
What do you mean with cherries? That's on my Twitter, not on my YouTube.
Yes, but it follows you everywhere. I can smell it. I can smell the cherries. Even on
smell it.
He had a bowl of cherries sitting next to him while he
Life
was on
is
the
a bowl
street.
of cherries.
Don't you understand that's pretty much the same thing people say about like War Campaign and stuff?
Yeah. So why are these people doing the same thing War Campaign is doing?
They're not.
And they're complaining about it. You just said it.
No, I'm saying your whole like guilt by association thing, like, oh, why are you friends with cherries? But when someone says something like, oh, but what about you in War Campaign? Then it's something totally different.
That swastika on your sleeve.
Oh, come on.
I'm just associating with the Nazis. You can't blame me for what they're doing. I'm just wearing their symbol on my sleeve. That's guilt by association. What does that sound like? All right, thank you.
That's crazy.
Point was made. He shows up on my Comicsgate Live show on the panel and lurks silently while I try to promote some new creators. Yellow Flash pops up suddenly and tears into him. By the way, the single most popular moment on my YouTube channel, which to be fair has been kind of quiet and senior citizen like as I promote new comic book. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Yellow Flash shows up and he just tears into Nasser. My hackles went up. I hated it. I do not like this kind of conflict. I think I embarrassed Yellow Flash. I said, yo, let me turn this shit around. What are you doing on my show? Making noise when I've got like 5 new people on here with their books about to get promoted. And he said, I got you. I got to go. But fuck you, Nasser. And then he went. So he hit him one more time on the way out. And then Nasser eventually, it was just awkward. It was awkward. Even though I think it made for pretty good YouTube, it
made for a good clip.
Yeah, good clip. So anyway, I asked both to leave. Nasser pulls down the video and replaces it with a 2-minute video resigning from the entire comic book industry. Bullshit erupts on Twitter, and I asked Nasser, due to his recent behavior, to stop adding me in all this and remove himself from my mentions, which absolutely pained me to do. I do not do that. I do that to Anti-Comicsgate. I say, stop adding me. Stop, this whole thing, just stop it. Like, you basically get 2 shots at me and then you're muted. So make them good. Make your first 2 shots good, because I might answer them, I might not, but I'll listen to them. But if you just go on and on and on all day, and my entire mention feed is just this conversation that has nothing to do with me, that's ugly, I gotta mute you, or I gotta ask you to stop. So it pained me to do that to Nasser, because I like Nasser. I consider Nasser to be a pal. I don't know what the fuck he's doing right now, except all of this stuff up here that I said earlier about him, my assessment of him. Nasser isn't wired properly to know when to quit. All right, he doesn't know when he's being annoying or a bully or crossing the line. Nasser doesn't know that. I hope he doesn't know that. You know, it's like I always just assumed he didn't know that. If he knows that, that's a whole separate thing, and we got a whole other issue. A few days pass, and Nasser pulls a rather brilliant and evil troll on Donald. He offers to sell, and I swear to God, Nasser, this shit is funny. Okay, don't get me wrong. This is funny, but poor Donald. And Donald, you had this coming. That's my opinion. Is you had this coming.
I agree.
Okay, it's not because you had anything bad in your heart. Initially, you only had good things in your heart. You had the warm family feeling of Comicsgate, but you shared those warm family feelings with Nasser, who doesn't know it, who has he doesn't know where the line is, and he doesn't know when he's being a bully. So that was where you that was where you went wrong. Now, this is the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life, and I know like Donald's my friend. I don't want to laugh at Donald. Nasser offers to sell his half of Brutus the Badass to whomever is buying. A situation that would force Donald to work with whoever Nasser Rabani sold to.
Do we get a piece of Donald as well, or just Brutus?
It wouldn't actually. It wouldn't force me to work with anybody.
Well, okay, but theoretically, somebody would own half of your character.
Yes.
That wasn't somebody that you agreed to. Now, is this legal, Nasser?
Yes.
What do you think?
That is legal.
Yeah.
Okay. No, everyone asking about the High Council. No High Council tonight due to circumstances. We're going to do it. We'll pick it up again next week. It is legal. All right. So John Delarose is interested.
That was only a joke.
This feels like a decent proposal.
Okay. This is JG says, I fail to find the humor. Seriously. JG, it is the most evil thing I've ever seen. That's why it's kind of funny. If you were mad at Donald and you wanted to screw Donald over, this is how to do it. And Nasser, who is, how old are you, Nasser?
21.
21. Nasser's 21 years old, and he inserted the knife between Donald's ribs and then twisted it real hard. And that was okay. That was one thing, but then John Delarose.
He just made a joking tweet about it that he was interested. He never sent me an offer or anything. I think that was just a joke.
All right. And I said, I must admit, I laughed. When I saw that, I went, oh, shit. And I laughed like that. I was just like, Jesus Christ. Donald in private asked me if I'd buy it. No.
I wasn't being serious.
Okay,
I wasn't being
all right.
serious when I said that. I was just like, Ethan, you should just buy it so you get free money.
Yeah. No. It says, that's all I know. There are big holes missing from the story, but that's the Nasser saga from my POV, which, fair to say, I didn't pay much attention to. Viacom Dios. Anything you'd like to add, Nasser?
Well, I'm surprised you said you're missing some of it, because a lot of it was in that video I sent you that I thought you watched.
No, I only watched like a little bit of it, and then somebody sent me a clip of your comment on Tug, which did not make me happy. And that combined with your cherries was deeply disturbing to me. Now, Nasser, you're the age of my kid. I always say this. I always say I have a son your age. You know, so it's like, that's the thing. Like I would never give you anything. Like I'm not giving you. I did a card for you, but I would never give you something precious like this. Like
Can
Donald,
I buy that art, by the ways?
no,
Come on.
and I don't even want the art. Nasser, but I can't just give it to you
I
because
said I'll buy it.
this. I'm not selling it to you. I'm not even trading it to you for your half of Brutus the Badass. Because you do stuff like this. So what is this? What happened? What was the fallout between Donald and Nasser?
Oh boy. I don't know if I want to get into all this on stream, but trying to think of the best way to word this.
Donald, do you want to step up and say something?
From my perspective, it started because I tried to get him to have a more professional demeanor on Twitter when interacting with customers and things like that, or anybody for that matter. Because I've had people come to me and tell me that they refuse to back Brutus because of Nasser specifically, because of how he talks to customers and how he interacts with people. So I tried to gently coax him into being more professional when he replies to people. And when that didn't work and he wasn't really catching on to what I was doing or whatever, then it started getting a little bit nasty, and I started getting a little annoyed because I just went through this crap with Justin Jordan, blocking customers and treating potential customers poorly and replying to them rudely. So I didn't want that to happen in Comicsgate because we were supposed to be against that. Now, I do agree that he, should be able to block anybody that harasses him or calls him names or anything like that. But I would prefer if he would have muted these people, because some of the people he blocked were actual customers that still bought the book because of me, they said, but they don't know why Nasser has them blocked.
Nasser, can you feel Donald's pain?
This is what I've been told.
Well, no, I can't for two reasons, Ethan. First of all, every time I asked him to show me where I was unprofessional, he couldn't show me. Yet now he wants to say plenty of people messaged him. If that's the case, I'm sure he could have shown me one example. And also, he's trying to sound real nice now, but right off the bat, he was starting with threats, starting with, oh, you could ghost write it, and you won't be associated with the making of it. You won't be anywhere near it. And then he kept asking me to unblock people and started saying I was taking food out of his kids' mouths, but couldn't tell me how much, because when he reopened the campaign, we instantly got over 100 new backers. So he failed to show me where I was costing us money. And he was just threatening, like, oh, you could ghostwrite it and not be associated with it, or this, and that. And then it got to the point where he's like, fine, it's canceled. We're not going to do any more books. And then after that, I told him, how could you still try to get people to buy it, knowing there won't be a book 2 or 3 or whatever, and it's already going to be canceled after issue 1. And then he started saying, I'm taking it all for myself. I'm going to write it for myself. I'm taking the copyright. And so that's where it started to get nasty, because he was threatening me. And then recently, I think it was this morning, he tried to change it, saying, no, I wasn't really threatening you. I was just trying to get you to realize what you were giving up. Yeah, that's going to go over well. Who that doesn't hold up in any sort of court. You told me multiple times you were taking it for yourself. So think of it with any other type of threat. Like if you were threatening to beat someone up, and then, or you threatened to shoot someone and you showed the police and you're like, oh, but it wasn't a real threat. I was just saying that to mess with him. Like, that's stupid.
We heard that. That's actually happened, hasn't it? All right, let me read some of these chats here. War Campaign Rhino says War Campaign reps the War Campaign in the WC and their handles to represent War Campaign, but the cherry is just an emoji. But also, it's the same thing as War Campaign. Nasser is a disingenuous, two-faced liar and a snake. Okay. Mellow E says, I don't care about the drama and BS. I believe that if we all sat around and ate some tacos, we could solve these problems. And then he writes tacos again. So that's 2 tacos. Sounds good to me.
I love tacos.
Hey, can I just say one thing, Ethan, about something in the chat? Someone saying that I admitted to microwaving a kitten. That never happened. I never microwaved a kitten in my life.
Oh, hold on. But you killed a kitten, though, right, Nasser?
No, I had tried to.
Oh, you tried to kill a kitten. All right. Brother, you know what I mean with the blocking of customers? I mean, you got me blocked, brother.
Okay.
Well, okay. Hold on a second. Mike D2 says, playing ref tonight? Geez, drama is overrated. Yeah, I don't know. It's like that last post just said, if you could just sit down and talk things through, maybe it can work out. I don't know. Jeremy Wick says Nasser is a liar and a crap creator. I don't know if it's a crap creator or a crap creator. One of the two. John Malin, what is your assessment of this?
It's such a mess. Nasser, if you weren't 21 and retarded, we call you a piece of shit.
Okay, John.
Yeah. Nasser called me a liar in a DM today. Let me find it real quick. Don't worry, I'm not going to share it. He said, I never asked you to do anything for me, you liar.
Yeah, because you lied about me on Mike's stream last night. Saying
How did I lie? How did I lie about you, Nasser?
I just said it. You know, if you didn't cut me off, maybe you would have heard it.
See what I mean?
Speak up, bitch.
Ooh.
Whoa.
I thought we were going to be civil here, John. Like I said, you lied in Mike's stream saying I asked you to fight some battle for me about refunds. That was not the case. You know it was not the case. If you had half a brain, you'd know that was not the case. But I'm.
So you didn't want me to start addressing war campaign about sharing backer information?
I never asked you to do that.
About? I heard about this. I heard about the backer information. I don't know what up. Cars in Depth says Nasser may be a prodigy, but he's a boy among men. Well, you know what? Honestly, let's just remember that. All right. Yeah, we got.
Nasser also gave me the line about food being taken out of Sean's kid's mouth.
Yes, because I gave you guys an accurate number.
By your own admission, though, what you just said to Donald is you were unable to. Donald would be unable to prove that because
we only went up in money.
Your campaign went up to $23,000. How much more was that than
John
Stardust?
Pat, I've never heard John talk like this.
Yeah, how much more was that than Stardust?
Holy shit!
Well, we're not talking about from Stardust.
How much more money did you make than Stardust? Come on.
Let's see, 16 20, or 23 minus 16, so like $7,000 more.
So you're a piece of fucking shit.
How? That doesn't make sense. I'm talking about
because Sean made more money off Stardust or off Trixie Kane than he did off Stardust. You did. Your campaigns did more. You're doing better. Your whole trajectory is doing significantly better, Nasser. You just can't shut your stupid mouth.
Dude, Micah DT says SJWs are laughing, saying they won because of this. Thanks for $2.
You know, one thing I want to say is that he wants an accurate number of how much he cost the campaign. It doesn't matter if it cost $1, if it cost one fucking sale, $8 fucking dollars. That's money that's gone because of your attitude and the way you treat people on Twitter. I don't care how much it fucking is. That's a customer that's gone, and every customer I appreciate, and I want every customer. I don't want people coming at me telling me that they're not going to back the book because someone is being an asshole. Dude, $8 is $8, and it fucking means more to me than you now.
Plenty of people have been telling me they're not backing it because of you. So I guess, you know, people.
I don't know.
You never told me that.
Everybody loves Donald, brother.
Why didn't you tell me that? Why are you telling me that now? Because you're fucking lying, Nasser.
Want me to pull them up? People were replying to tweets to me today saying they weren't going to back it anymore because of you.
Yeah, the only people that was probably your cherry friends who fucking little pussies.
Dude, why are you going to say that about Cherry? He backed us twice on Brutus, one to be on the thank you page, another time to be in the book. But now here you are cursing him out. You're cursing out customers on the air, dude.
Unhinged Crank says, when will Brutus be shipping? That's a real question.
The colors are scheduled to be in at the next week.
Yeah.
So I'll be sending it to Eric, and it'll be going to print as soon as possible once he gets the letters done.
Nasser also put out his artist page rate because he was mad at his artist, which is a big no-no. Page rates are sacred. They're between the artist and the customer. That's it. But just to drive the knife into his own artist, he released his page rate online.
Whose page rate?
I don't know the guy's name. Your artist, your other artist, the guy that you released his freaking page rate. Nasser, how many different page rates are you releasing?
Peter Gilmore
page rate.
You act so stupid, dude. You're so full of shit. You're so.
He told everybody how much Peter Gilmore was asking for.
You piece of shit. You're so full of shit. God dang you, Nasser.
I've never heard John. By the way, let me remind things. 2-3 months ago, it was Mail-in Militia all day long.
Yeah, something happened to him, man.
You disagreed with him once. That's what happened, John. You were on a stream with him, I believe Antonio and maybe Mike, but you and Nasser got into a little debate where you were talking about something, not even a big argument, and you were making valid points, and it pissed him off, so he was no longer Mail-in Militia because you yelled at him.
Oh
Daddy
yeah, and
yelled
then,
at
then,
him.
he- then he
Thanks
became
for a
then he
dollar.
became then he became Miller Militia. See what Miller Militia brings, Mike?
Yeah. Ben Colvin says Nasser is based. There's some people in the chat that are, on Nasser's side. It's look, we're going back and forth about this.
Well, let's hear how based he is about releasing artist page rates.
I didn't release anybody's page rate.
You did. You said exactly what he wanted online. $12,000 and some odd dollars. Are you playing
That
stupid?
wasn't his page rate.
Are you playing stupid? You break it down by the number of pages, you idiot.
Downshift says, I need a shower after this. Nasser may have made bad choices, but there are a-holes here today, and Nasser ain't it. So people are on Nasser's side. Yoke Gak says, I haven't backed any Nasser projects because of Nasser. So there are
That's
people
fine.
who obviously you're not Nasser fans. Skeletal Basement says, why all the yelling? Calm down. Yikes. Hail Caesar. There are some emotions right now. I think people know each other. Look, here's the thing about Comicsgate. Most everyone here we've been working together and collaborating, and we've been in close quarters, for like a year and a half now. A year. I guess maybe a little more than a year. It's the 1 year anniversary of the
Hail Caesar. That's right. That's right. The 1 year anniversry
Of the
of
coup.
Caesar becoming Caesar.
Why are we doing this again? We're having another dramatic that's weird.
1 year. 1 year
1 year
later.
anniversary. Here's the new one. Micah DT says, I want to be on the thank you page. He smile, a little frowny face. Liam Gray says, Nasser is a lying manipulative Judas. 16 is young, 21 isn't. He's playing manipulation games.
Dude,
Transparent,
that's
sad, and inexcusable. Hold on.
Ethan.
Bowman's World. Nasser, I'm just reading them. People are on your side too. Bowman's World says there are plenty of people Nasser's age who are more mature. Stuff gets tough, so he runs away from comics. You should be passionate about the medium. That confused me too, honestly. I think you're going to find yourself wherever you go. I will never leave comics because it's the medium I work in. Even if I deal with I've dealt with hundreds of thousands of a-holes, and I'm still here. Zebulon Pike says, I backed all of Nasser's campaigns. I backed Brutus for Donald's art. Nasser, your writing needs work, and cherries need poppin'. Sell the hot dogs, fool. Let me see here. Are we all caught up? No, we're not. Piece of Power Slave says, SJWs can enjoy that dopamine hit. They haven't won jack shit. Micah Curtis says, Nasser, I asked for a quote on your half of Brutus. What's the quote? I'm staying in comics. So if it's still for sale, Micah Curtis is interested. That's interesting. Gateway into Comics says, your boy Donald. Gateway's a big fan of Donald. Micah D2 says, I'm on Gat Hanzo's side. Whatever Gat Hanzo's position is. All right, we're done. We're all caught up. Yeah, I don't know. Here's the thing. So we have a legal problem at the heart of this. There's a disagreement between Nasser and almost every creator in Comicsgate at this point. But
He's drama free, Ethan. He's drama free.
Yeah, he doesn't like drama.
He doesn't like drama so much. He puts out page rates for people that are working with him just to spite them. He calls his friends liars behind the scenes. He puts
I'll say
these
it to their
little
faces,
cherries in his thing just to put a little stink in everyone's eye. Yeah, he's drama free.
A cherry does not mean drama. It's just an emoji.
No,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah.
No, an emoji is not just an emoji. An emoji is a way of life, brother.
Put a frog on there then. It's just an emoji. Put a frog on.
Take the cherries on and put a frog on.
I thought they were just
Why?
I thought they were just emojis.
They're just
I thought
emojis.
they were just emojis.
That's so dumb. Come on, Nasser. All right, look. I mean, there are people who are just saying that Nasser's doing this deliberately to get people angry. We got Kelsey Shannon. He says you have to be in comics to leave comics. Thank you, Kelsey. That's a good point. Kelsey's in the chat. A lot of people are here. Just sell the hot dogs, your boy Zach. That is a quote unquote. Meloise says, God, I miss Edwin during these times. Edwin for life. I think even Edwin's mad at Nasser right now, or maybe not mad, but disappointed.
I hear Mr. Drama Free over there also released some of my DMs. Only one person has ever released my DMs to my knowledge, and that was his buddy John Delarose.
Nasser, is that true? Are you releasing DMs?
It was in the private video I sent you. I sent that only to a few collaborators and maybe.
So
like
the answer
2
is
friends.
yes, you fucking idiot.
Nobody should have seen them. They were between you and John. Nobody else.
No. I'm not releasing DMs. Just a handful of people that I released.
I never said I wasn't. I told you who I released them to.
Fucking, you little fucking piece of shit.
Are you just mad because it exposed you as a hypocrite?
I haven't seen the video. People told me you did it.
Oh,
How did it expose him as a hypocrite? What did you release?
it's a lot to get into. It was that
No,
whole,
get into it. Let me know because I haven't seen it. Explain.
Malin,
How am I
I'm
a
still
fucking
talking and
hypocrite?
you cut me
You
off,
little
dude.
fucking shit.
Dude, Malin, stop being your fake high.
Just fucking tell the fucking information, you
I
little
would have told
fucking
it if you
piece
didn't.
of
If you
shit.
didn't cut me off, dude.
Fucking talk.
It was that whole thing when you were like when we were on with Mike on the stream, and you were saying, "How dare Doug have on that guy that hates Ethan." And that Adam dude called me a scammer, and then I messaged you. I
Wait.
was like,
The Adam guy called me a scammer. What about it?
you were complaining about that. You're like, "How dare Doug have that guy on?"
The
So I
Adam guy
messaged
called
you.
me a scammer. He's a fucking piece of shit.
So,
Doug can
and
do what
Roger-
Doug can do what
and
he
Roger
Doug
said
can
I
Doug
shared
can do
backwards
whatever he wants.
information.
Doug can do whatever he wants on his fucking channel. But
Then
I
why
can
were you crying
criticize
about
it.
it?
He's a
And why'd
fucking
you cry about
Adam
it?
dude's a piece of shit.
Why'd you cry about it? You never said that about Roe when he lied saying I shared backer information,
brother?
and I gave you the time.
I don't know anything about it.
Yes, you do.
You wrote me in a Twitter saying War Campaign was saying that you were releasing back information, and I said if somebody said that about me, I'd be going to fucking war for it.
Dude, you watched the timestamp and you asked me if it
Go
was
to
live.
war.
I said,
Do
yes.
it.
All right, hold on a second.
You
All right,
fucking-
I'm right
you
here,
talked to
Nasty.
me 1 second. You talked to me 1 second before that DM about how you wanted to be drama free, and then you unload all your fucking drama on me to try to get me to fucking start saying
I want to
shit.
keep it. How many times do I have to tell you I want to settle things in DMs, not on live?
How
on
does
stream?
anything War Campaign have to do with me?
My goodness, because you're one of their biggest supporters. So my whole point
What are
was,
you
how
talking
dare
about?
you?
No. Explain that. How my War Campaign's one of their
I can
biggest
explain
supporters?
if you stop cutting me off. You nincompoop, man.
Let's go.
All right, you sure you're not going to be all fake high tea
Drop
when
it.
I speak? But you were mad at Doug for having one guy on that said,
How am I
What
War
I-
Campaign's biggest supporter?
Oh
Don't
my
go
God.
steering the conversation.
That
Drop
wasn't
this right now.
during the
How am I their big supporter? Because
Oh
I
my
listen to
goodness.
them. Because
You're
I've been on the
impossible
show a
to
couple
talk
times.
to. You don't want me. You don't want me to talk. You want
Okay,
to be
okay,
fake?
Because you got nothing, dude. Because you're full of fucking shit.
Yeah, well, John, let
I
him
can't
say it.
explain
then.
my
Let
point
him
if you
say
don't
it.
let me talk.
Let him say it.
I'm done with this. I'm
Yeah,
out.
hang up, you little bitch, because you're in a fucking corner and you can't get out of it.
Bro, you won't even let me speak, dude.
No, John, just let him talk. Let's have
a good night,
silence
John.
and let
Have a good
Nasser
night, John.
talk.
Thanks for having me on, Ethan.
That's what you do when you're in a corner. You run. Do it your whole life.
I've never heard you this mad, John.
I
have
don't
no
like being
idea.
called a liar. You called me a liar today. That's it. We're done.
He called you a liar over what? I didn't even hear that. I didn't even make out what that was all about.
It's nothing. I lied about nothing. He tried getting me involved. Earlier that day, he was Mr. I'm drama free. I think we were on. I think it was Mike's stream. He's Mr. Drama free, and I think we had that back and forth on Doug that day. Then he tries getting me involved in War Campaign, going after him, and I'm like, if this was happening to me, if what he said is true, I would go to war. But he doesn't want to go to war. He doesn't want to do it because he's Mr. Drama free. So he wants his friends to go fight his battles for him. I got nothing to do with that. I got to live my own life. I got dreams too.
There's a certain kind of person, like on the fringes of Comicsgate, who does that, who talks about how they want to avoid the drama of Comicsgate. They come in swinging and they cause trouble. I'm not saying this is Nasser, but maybe it was this week. Come in swinging, and then when Comicsgate comes back to them and goes, "No, stop saying that stuff," they back off and they kind of become the victim.
Cowards.
Well, I'm thinking of one person in particular who does this constantly, and it's become kind of a habit or a hobby, or I don't know if it's an MO. I don't know if they deliberately know they're doing this or if they're pathological. But go in and fight, meet resistance, and then play victim. I don't.
Oh, I think you're talking about the 31 Days of Dicks.
31 Days of Dicks. What is this? I don't even know what this. I don't know what anyone's talking about.
This is a new initiative that War Campaign is launching to honor Mr. John De La Rose with 31 Days of Dicks.
Oh, okay. 31 days of dicks.
That's right. That's right. It's every day a new meme of a dick on his face.
Okay. All right. I see. This is all. This doesn't make comics. I mean, it doesn't. This is the ultimate thing about this. You know, it's like I've got Donald DeLay, I've got Antonio, I've got John. You know, and I had Nasser, and everybody was making comics at one point, and then some like element of conflict comes in, and people stop making comics. And I just think
comics.
Well, I mean, I know, but you know, why do this? You know, why get into arguments and again, you know, just fight with each other when we could be, you know,
Because
kind
I
of.
wanted him to treat customers better.
Mhm.
I even made a thread. It's deleted now because it just turned into complete hostility and people just basically taking a shit on Nasser, excuse my language. And I didn't want it to be that. I wanted it to be something that was helpful to him. I said, please post how Nasser could be more professional on Twitter. And
Donald, what did you do that for? Donald, you're just as much to blame for this.
That wasn't the exact wording. That wasn't the exact wording. But it was basically, you know, how can he improve?
How could he? I'm gonna do that to everyone I dislike. I'm gonna put something out there, a tweet. I'm gonna go, how can this person improve? Does
I
anybody
didn't like him at that point.
That is the most passive aggressive shit, though.
I was
would be
still
mad-
trying to help him. He had no idea what I was talking about. If somebody did that to me and I saw people saying this, multiple people saying the same thing, I'd be like, okay, maybe I do have a problem and need to take care of this. If somebody came into me in a DM and said, you need to tone this down, which plenty of people have. When I went like scot-free balls to the wall on SJWs talking about people's mothers' suicides and making fun of John De La Rosa's mother, saying she had jizzle over her face and he was the one that leapt out.
Hail, brother. Hail.
Sexy party. All right.
People came to me and said, you need to tone it down, man. You're getting a little too out there. So I did. And now if you go look at my Twitter for the past like month and a half, 2 months, you'll see that I'm 100% professional and I don't do any of that crap anymore. I changed my ways because somebody came to me and said, this isn't right.
Well, you can't just be going out there as a professional creator and telling people you're going to jizz on their face, Donald.
I didn't say I was going to jizz on his face. I said of all the jizz that landed on his mother's face, he was the one that survived the pullout game to,
Okay, so
to fly up the yeast factory.
Hail, brother.
Oh man. Okay. Oh.
But hey, he was coming at me that day with a bunch of crap.
You got it, brother. I mean, that's what he does. Look, at the end of the day, when customers are getting involved in their arguments, I don't think the professional creators should be getting involved. I know that Katori Hanzo working on Vestige with you. He doesn't get involved. You don't get involved. I think that's the MO, no?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, there's something called passive aggressiveness, and there are certain types of people who do this. That'll just kind of be like, hey, and that I would call that, Donald. I would call that passive aggressive to do that. How can
It wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant to be, and I never saw it like that. So I will apologize to Nasser for doing that if it came off as passive aggressive. I wasn't remembering the wording, but it was trying to just basically get the point across of how he can improve, because he asked me what am I doing wrong, and I tried to explain it, but I couldn't. So I tried to get help.
What are you doing wrong?
You guys tried to explain it to him. Remember when
I talk to him all the time, and I just tell Nasser, look,
remember the big blow up in the group chat where he was bitching because he cost you $4?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's a thing. If that would have been my $4, I still would have been pissed. I would have been just like you were that day. That's money taken away from you because of
that's the
something
way
he
Nasser
did.
thinks. Nasser, like what Donald's referring to is Nasser got a wrench, and he started blocking people in my chat and making people who actually do super chat me a lot. He started blocking them, and then somebody said, "Well, I was blocked. I was going to super chat you $4," and I said, "Nasser, don't block people who are going to send me $4." And Nasser said, "It's only $4. You're like rich."
Yeah, that dude is still blocked, by the way. You know that.
I don't, but I can't, I don't know who it is, and I don't know how to unblock them. So and that was the thing. And so trying to get through to Nasser, but even still, like $4, I understand. it's still somebody else's money. Like you don't want to get in the way and interfere, even if it's 50 cents. If they're sitting there trying to ply a trade by putting out cool YouTube videos and getting super chats, and you're blocking people without my permission so they can't super chat me, you're interfering with that. And he went, it was just $4. Why don't you settle down? So that's Nasser's, that's the way Nasser thinks. You know, it's like you have to realize that's who you're operating with, and then kind of.
And that's why I asked him to tone it down and try to be a little more professional, because he was costing us money. I had refunds because of him. I'm getting refunds now, definitely because of his antics on Twitter the last couple of days.
Yeah. What do you think we do, John? Where do we go from here?
I don't know.
I'm going forward with Brutus. That's where I'm going.
I'm still cool, you know, with Nasser if he ever came back to sanity, man. But he's just off. But
well, I would like to do that. You guys just wanted to yell at him. I think you wanted to just yell at him and say, "Hey, look, you're hurting."
I think he needs to be punished. I think he needs to feel it, man.
I
think we've coddled him long enough. I mean, once he's calling what was trusted friends liars just because it suits his own selfishness, man. I mean, get out of town.
I didn't want to yell at him, but he started talking over me, and I really wanted to make my point, and he was pissing me off because of that.
Yeah.
There's a comment here, Pristine TX. Antonio heard the word jizz and immediately woke up.
If you say so, Jack. Never mind.
Oh, I don't know, guys. I love all of you. I do. You know, I don't know. I feel some semblance of responsibility for the people, you know, who have been on my live stream, and I want everyone to succeed. I know it's not always going to work out. You know, I'm hoping there's some way that I don't know. I don't know if it ever, you know, this situation's broken, but I always hope that you guys are going to succeed and kind of see the best in each other and move forward. But yeah, releasing DMs, calling each other liars, not each other, just one person calling everyone else liars. It's you know,
there's a little over half a dozen people that are extremely pissed off with Nasser for a couple of various reasons, but mostly the same reasons. But we're the ones that are snakes.
Right. Captain Hilt says, "Get Nasser back, EVS." I'll ask him if he wants to come back, but I think he's pissed off. You know, it's like, what are you going to do? I'll ask him.
Yeah, Malin Militia did not leave Nasser. Nasser left Malin Militia.
And you know, I actually meant my message. I'm perfectly willing to continue working with him on Brutus. I don't care about the whole thing, about all the drama. I don't want to be in it. If he wants to bring it up in private or, you know, on the show, then, you know, things might get heated and I might get a little unprofessional at times, but I'm perfectly willing to work with him.
Hey, Cecil, how you doing?
Hello. I missed the whole drive.
Hail Caesar, Lord of Light.
Hell row.
Hell row.
I caught just John's rant and Nasser running away. I think came in at perfect timing. I was out tonight. I turned it on right in the thick of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nasser's a
Pill.
strange cat. Yeah, I mean, you know, part of his charm was that he had that like sense of entitlement that was off the wall. But then at some point, it's like, oh, he really is like that. So you know, some of it you think might be a put on, you know, but no, like, you know, it's sell, it's you know, push for me, promote for me, nonstop.
Well, you said that one thing like that time where he sent me a super chat saying, "I'm at work, promote Trixie for $2." I'm like, oh, okay. That's what my show's for. You're too busy to come in here and promote your book. Here's $2. You do it, bitch. You know, it's like, all right, look, it's a little overbearing. It's a little overbearing. But
Wisconsin, I told him, I said, when you do a live stream, he's like, no one's listening. No one's. I know I've spent time with him trying to get him. I'm like, people, you know, there are days where it's a sell day, but a lot of times you just talk about things you like, horror movies, horror books. And then at the end, you tag in your thing. I go, get people listening. If it sounds like a sales pitch all the time, people are not going to tune in. But he couldn't get that out of his mind. He's like, always sell, always sell.
Yeah. I'm talking to other people about that. It's like you really do need to entertain. You know, if you're on YouTube and your whole reason for being on YouTube is to just sell. It's why the Marvel YouTube channel doesn't do shit, and all these other channels. You really do have to provide entertainment. And if you entertain people,
otherwise it's an infomercial. It's like, I know what you're going to say. So I told him he's into horror movie. I was trying to help him get into things, but he's obsessed with like, I didn't sell any books today, blah, blah, blah. Like everything was sell. And there's a good thing for that. There is good to have a hustle, but then it becomes oppressive. You become a salesman. No one wants to hang out with a salesman.
That's right. You got to be entertaining. You got to be funny. You got to sing like Caesar.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Nasser is saying I said, come on in if you want. He says, I'm good. Thanks, though. I said, are you listening? He said, no. So, that's it. I
mean, he was entertaining as hell tonight. He just needed. I think him and John could take that show on the road and sell out around.
Not sure it'd be good for my health.
Yeah. All right. So that's it. That's it for that. No love lost. Caesar Nasser is not Comicsgate. People are saying. I don't know. It makes me sad. I just, again, it's every time someone kind of leaves the inner circle here and the place where we all promote each other, they don't do so well. With one notable exception. It is sad. In any case, guys, I want to show you this. And tell me what you think. I just got a whole crate of these. I'm so excited. Whole crate.
Well, you know what, Ethan? He could be the notable exceptions problem now.
Yeah. That's fine. They've got a whole thing going. So this is the Salamandroid trading card. By the way, these are the ones that I'm going to be allowed to sign. They don't have the final glossy coat on them that the ones in the foil pack are going to have. All the stats on the back, including the first appearance of Salamandroid.
Oh yeah, that looks slick.
I'm excited about this. All my stuff is starting to come in. They're telling me the Cyberfrog book is on its way. Vampirella's Cyberfrog was easy. That's going to be here by the end of the week. Yeah, here's the Cyberfrog card. I got 2 big crates of these. So I can actually just, I don't know, if I do conventions, I could have these as giveaways. Here's the Cyberfrog card. And one thing that I want to do is I want to give,
Those are dope.
I want to do a giveaway for 2 people in the chat. Hail Cecil. Everyone's happy to see Cecil. Whenever Cecil comes in, everybody breathes a sigh of like relief. It's like they're happy to see Cecil. Cecil, as funny as Cecil is, he's always right. His assessment about people, his assessment about the situation seems to contain the most wisdom. And it's the most fair and it's the most honest. And what's your thing, Cecil? What do you think about this whole thing? Do we move on?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, you're breaking his balls," but they didn't see the DMs and stuff. There were a lot of people. I loved the NASA story, the success story, the kid coming up. He had the balls at the convention. I love the story, but people don't see there were a lot of pros. Donald and John and just pros in our chats giving this guy advice, and any advice that was given was thrown back in their face with a "fuck you," and it was like, "Yo, what are you doing?"
Soapmaker says, how much of this is Doug TenNapel? Oh, that's a good question.
Well, that's I'll do that on my stream. I'm not gonna drink.
Yeah. Let me read some super chats real quick. I don't know what's going on with Doug.
His dirty hands are all over it.
You think so?
Yeah. I see a path. You see the people that he touches, and then you see the direction they go.
Well, I mean, again, good luck to everyone. I don't know.
Every day he talks about war campaign, Doug. I'm not sure. I think he misses LARPing with us. You know that?
He used to come on your show all the time. He loved war campaign.
I used to go on Doug's show all the time. I get along with Doug. I don't know. I don't want to get started on Doug.
All right. GR People says, Hail Caesar F. Nasser. Hewick Gak says, don't know the drama, but I'm on Team Donald. Donald is better than Nasser. Septinov 7 of 9 says Nasser and Ethan, thank you. Cracklin says Ethan is not a selfish lover. Thank you. I'm not. I'm very generous. Greg says, does Nasser legit have the tism? Might explain a lot. Septinov 7 of 9 says, hey Donald. Brian the Observer says Atlantic Comics up now. We're on Twitter. Steps in Gold says asking for a quick pep talk. Let me try that again. Asking for a quick pep talk because I've been slacking on my drawing. Keanu Reeves vids seem to help. Weird.
Oh, I thought he said a peck pop. I gave him a little peck pop. You may have missed it. It was a
Pop of love.
Edwin, how are you? It's good to have you in here. Look, this is classic Comicsgate now. We only need a Blacklist Universe and we're all set.
Oh, I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. Donald, how are you doing, brother? How are you doing?
Fantastic, brother.
I was thinking about you today.
Yes,
about you today.
got Edward.
You have been doing some amazing things this year, and I don't want anything to slow your trajectory at all. Because Donald is just a great artist, man, and I want to see everything this dude can do. Like Vestige looks great, man. Vestige looks great.
Vestige is great. Vestige is better than Brutus anyway. I would put out Brutus #1 and then just walk away and do something new. That's it. There's no property to own. There's no property to split up. Just do the book, create something new. If I had to share Cyberfrog with somebody, that would be it. I'm not sharing Cyberfrog with anybody.
I was hoping I was going to get a piece of that, man.
Donald, you got to talk to Gat, and you got to get a piece of Vestige. That's what you need to do, brother.
Yeah. Well, actually, that's entirely up to Gat. I'm kind of against that for reasons like this. I believe, when Kanan White comes over and does Fearsome, I'm going to pay him as an employee. I'm going to pay him a rate because these things get messy. It feels good. I mean, it feels nice, and you think it's a good thing to just say, I want to give you a piece of the character. You can't do that. I mean, that's what
we did.
That's a problem. It all leads to problems later on down the road. I fight with
Kanan all the time. Me and Kanan fight all the time, but then we always come back.
So you guys are brothers, right? That's what it is.
Yeah,
right?
It's always stupid stuff because it's always stuff about story and stuff like that. But he believes what he believes. I believe what I believe, and then we always work it out. So
you just need to vet who you're giving it to and not give it to somebody you just met a week and a half ago.
Yeah. All right, so here's what we're doing. Okay,
Mike is in the chat, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know why Mike doesn't work here anymore. He doesn't come on. He just sits in the.
He left our group. He stormed out.
You're right about that.
He stormed out over the dick thing.
Oh, I forgot. We were sending penis pictures to Mike so much that Mike left our private room. Mike, can you forgive us for that? Is that over?
It wasn't even you that started it. It was that guy, Ray Parks. Darth Maul started it with Hey Mike. We have proof. He wrote Hey Mike.
Of course he forgives us. He's a good Christian and he has to.
And just for the record, they weren't penises. They were towers and swimming pools, hedges. Just things that kind of resembled penises.
Yeah, phallic. Cecil's got it.
Yeah, we weren't doing Robbie Rectum stuff over here.
Yeah, if anything, Ethan was just trying to open his eyes because I know Mike blinds himself to these things, and he's trying to be a friend and say, "Hey, you got to open your eyes and see what's out there."
Now Mike sees penises everywhere, and that's the problem. That
was your gift to him.
He's so traumatized by it, though, that he won't draw penises on John's characters.
That's true.
That was the whole thing last night, by the way. Yeah.
Hey, did you see Lone Star has a camel toe now? He won't draw a camel toe.
Dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. All right. So what I want to do is I want to give away 2 uncut sheets of cards.
To me?
Oh, wow.
Thank you, Ethan. I appreciate that.
I like that segue from penis to uncut.
This is uncircumcised art. This is
uncircumcised. Here's the front. This is a bunch of cards on the back. You'll see all the card there. There you go. These are just trading card sheets that have not been cut. I have a handful of these. I don't have too many. They don't make that many of these and give them away because they get cut into cards. But I would like to give these 2 away and send them to 2 people in the chat. What do you think of that, Edwin?
That sounds like a fantastic idea.
Is there a Moyle in the chat?
It will cut them.
Yes.
Hey, Critias joined.
He did.
Hello.
Wow, now it's really getting comics gatey. Michael DT says Vestige is awesome. Can't wait for my copy. Hello, Critias.
Could someone send Mike the link?
Mike has the link. It's in. Oh, no, he doesn't. He doesn't have the link. He's just in the chat. But he joined the chat and he doesn't. Okay, let me do this.
He needs, because I think he needs Bitcoin advice from you.
Yeah, what happened? Oh man, 25%. Here we come.
Oh no, this is horrible. You just put him back in the chat and Yellow Flash is already sending him pictures of his yang. Oh my God. You went from 0 to weenie in like 6 seconds.
All right, Yellow Flash actually said in the private chat, he said, I have nothing to say to Nasser. Sorry, Ethan, you shouldn't give that turncoat a platform. He's a two-face. It's your channel. You can do what you want. But the only reason he even wants to stay cool with you is your platform. I'll never talk with Nasser again. So that sounds pretty final to me.
That's pretty much a fact.
Yeah, but we like Nasser because he's so evil.
What?
It's part of his charm.
Evil.
It's part of his charm.
Yeah, it is part of his charm.
Yeah.
I think back to that chat I had with him when I said, tell something from your childhood that will humanize you. Edwin, you were there. And he goes, I tried to kill a kitten once.
He told the plot of the Antichrist movie, like the young Damien. I'm like, no, humanized, not demonized. Humanized.
Like, people who like you, tell us a childhood story. He said, once I tried to kill a kitten, but then when I went back to check on it, it somehow lived.
Oh.
I said, that was your fucking story to ingratiate yourself to the... All right.
Welcome, Mike S. Miller. How are you? Oh, good.
You're muted, Mike.
Mike, that's why I haven't had you on my show. I didn't realize that you still weren't in the stream or in the private chat room. I was like, I haven't had Mike in here for a little while. He's always in the chat, but, you know, he doesn't come on the show.
By the way, Ethan, Chaplain Barron it says that was a year ago today that I interviewed Nasser. A year ago today.
Wow. Well, it was also a year ago today the Tim Lim transcripts thing happened. So
well, this is it. This is where the war campaign came from. I mean, we saw that was a horrible stream. You know, it was full. It was a full house, and man, and I still see you doing the same thing. You know, that Caesar, you're still going out there, promoting night after night, taking time out of your schedule to give other people a platform. And I can see, you know, you got Cal with Shinobi Sasquatch. They're doing great. You know, you got Monster MD. You got Eric Weathers. That book looks great, man. That book looks cool. I like Eric Weathers. He's a good fellow, man. And I like what he
books. All of my new batch of books. We've got Iron Skies, Monster MD, Shinobi Sasquatch, College of the Dead. We've got Flying Fortress. We've got City of Venus. All of these books deserve, you know, to be promoted. And it makes me happy. I can't stop doing it. I want to see people succeed. I don't
backstab you, right?
No, I don't care if they backstab me anymore.
You don't care anymore.
Yes.
What?
I have one legit question to ask you.
What?
Can we participate in the giveaway?
No, oh, you guys can't. I wanted Edwin to just quickly choose 2 people out of the chat who could get these 2 uncut sheets of cards. Edwin, will you do that for me, please? And
yeah, if we're going to do that, though, let's give everybody a fair chance. Now, if you're a moderator, don't keep spamming, but go ahead and put Cyberfrog in the chat. You got to put Cyberfrog in the chat, and I will choose you.
Edwin's about to choose Nasser and Tim Lim.
Are you going to choose Caller 99 or what?
And I wouldn't even dox their addresses. I wouldn't do anything like that.
That just goes to show you everybody loves Cyberfrog. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Even Nasser loves Cyberfrog. All right, let me get one. All right, let's see. Who do we land on? Jeremy Wick. Jeremy Wick, you are one of the winners. All right, and let me pick one more.
Congrats.
Scrolling. Leandra, you are the second winner.
Yeah.
Nice.
Both of you, please send me DMs to my Twitter, which is at Ethan Van Sciver, and I will send these out tomorrow. I'm sending a bunch of cards out. I owe Elliot Fernandez a bunch of sketch cards. I owe a bunch of artists a bunch of sketch cards. I just haven't been to the post office, so I'm going to get those out tomorrow. I'll get these out, and God bless. Congratulations. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. So I'm pretty excited about that. I got my cards today. I'm going to be getting Cyberfrog is coming out, and it just seems like it's taken so long for this to happen. It's being printed locally. I love that there's a printer in Philadelphia, evidently, so that's Cyberfrog's kind of hometown a little bit. Who's able to do the Chromium the way that Marvel Comics used to do it when Marvel Comics was cool. Very, very psyched, and I can't wait until this is done. God damn it! It took so long, Edwin.
Oh, but it's so good though. I mean, you put together.
It looks so beautiful.
I hope it's good.
How do you feel?
Anxious, ready to do my next thing. Like just ready to move on. Ready to do Rain. By the way, had a big talk today with some friends, some legally friends, about a couple of things, and one of those things was copyright infringement, protection, parody, all of those things, because everybody's anticipating Rainbow Brute, and so they're like, look, Ethan, just be prepared. It's like, be prepared for a lawsuit if you push this too far with parody. You really want to just add layer upon layer upon layer protection for yourself, over this. And I just said, you know what, like, let's just call it officially Rainbro and leave Brood off. Let's call it Rainbro. And let's change the emo bears to the emo grizzlies. And just keep moving like that. Just move it so that, because the more layers of just separation from the original thing that you can put up there, the more you can do with it. You can do merchandise. You can do a sequel. You can do all this stuff. Not only that, the word bro seems to be like, it means toxic masculinity now.
Yeah.
This is the thing. We're gonna do, bro white. Bro should be a word.
But I wanted to bring. I was writing up something for Glowworm called Bro Worm.
Yeah, we got Cecil. Are you getting 50%, brother? I want you to get your cut.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He's like,
no, but what if the word brute? What if the word brute was drawn out in multicolored penises? Because then you can
how many penises would it take to spell out brood?
Yeah,
that could be some of the 31 penises.
Let's ask Mike.
Oh no.
Is Mike still in here? Did he leave?
He left.
He had a computer malfunction.
Yeah. He's probably rebooting.
Yeah. All right. Let me read some more of these super chats. A ton of them are coming in.
Nasser is rebooting now too.
Nasser doesn't want to come back in. He's pissed off, and that's the way it is. Nolan Nerd says, "Hail Caesar, watching while taking a dump."
Oh,
Slay King. Get Down Demon says, "The only balls that Nasser has are the ones in his mouth labeled Dirty Dogs."
Wow.
Oh,
I mean, yeah. That's harsh, Let me see. Yeah, Wayward Comics says, "Hail Malin." A lot of people love John Malin in this stream.
Thanks, appreciate it.
War Campaign, Hail War Campaign, Trebuchet Nasser. Let's see. I haven't backed any other Nasser projects because of Nasser, says Hewitt Gack. Skeletal. All right, I read that one. Liam Gray, by the way, has been coming out swinging in support of War Campaign.
Oh, John Wick said EVS is a scam artist and a greedy ape. But I thought he just won, but it was Jeremy Wick.
Damn,
I just won.
Well, I tried to give you. All right, okay. A different Wick. All right, that's good.
Keep down, you greedy ape.
A greedy ape.
I kind of like that insult a lot.
Greedy ape.
It's good.
Let's see. Zebulon Pike. All right, no, we got that. Micah Curtis does want to buy half of Donald's book, but I honestly, I don't know. Cracklin says, "I love all you guys, and I've never owned a comic." Evan James, thanks for $1. Micah D2 is on Gat Hanzo's side. Jordan Street, $1. Thank you. Evan James, thanks for another $1. Unhinged Crank says, "You are all men. Work it out, damn it." Trying to. Wayward Comics says, hail Malin, hail War Campaign, Trebuchet Nasser again. Jeremy Wick says, this is Jeremy Wick. He says, hail Caesar F. Nasser, the new Judas. Is this the same Jeremy Wick that called me a greedy ape?
No, that was John.
That was
Wick.
John Wick, yeah.
John
John
Wick,
Wick.
okay.
Yeah.
Too many Wicks, man.
John Wick. Jeremy Wick won the sheet.
Right. Okay.
John is his cousin. Yeah, John's his cousin.
Let's see. Gateway into Comics says, comics is the destination, comics is life. Mellow E says, God, I miss Edwin during these times. Edwin for life. We're glad Edwin's in here now. Micah D2 says, Ethan has the last word on it all. Hail Caesar. Rhino says, Nasser found his calling. Stay at the bank. Donald for life. A lot of people supporting Donald. Jonathan Van Hertem, thanks for $20, says, Nasser has the opportunity to work with some of the most creative people in comics now, period. He should be a sponge trying to soak up everything he can learn from Malin, EBS, Miller, etc., not worrying about social media. Yeah, I want to talk about that for a little bit. Twitter is not the world.
Dumpster fire.
Yeah, it is a dumpster fire.
It is absolutely
People
freaking.
go, don't you see what they're saying on Twitter? This is tearing Comicsgate apart.
I feel relaxed on Twitter.
That's because you don't have your clothes on.
Most of the time, yeah.
Right, brother.
Yeah, you have to put a minimum of clothes on for YouTube.
Bro makes himself comfortable wherever he is. But
Well,
That's
yeah,
not true.
that is probably also the hash-based chest oil that he uses on his.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Hey, I thought that was private.
Hail, Edwin. Hail, brother.
What?
You know what though, man? I really don't think most people. I don't think most people are ready for social media once they get any attention. I think it is overwhelming and just breaks people's brains. They are just not ready for it when they get any amount of attention.
yeah, it's well, there's also a temptation. There is a temptation to put yourself at the center of attention. Some people don't feel like they're getting their fair share of attention, and that's a thing too. And that's a dangerous thing. That's an actual dangerous thing when people don't feel like they're getting their fair share of attention. That's how mass shootings start.
Why don't you love me, Ethan?
No.
You gotta make sure that people get the attention. There's nothing wrong with wanting a little attention. You can make sure that people get the attention that they're looking for, which is why I started this stream. I thought, well, Nasser's doing this ridiculous thing. It's clearly for attention. Let's give him a little attention and let's see if we can work it out. And my hope was that we could talk it through. But man, was not expecting the rage, dude. I was not, because I'm not seeing everything. Like I don't know what John's talking about entirely. I don't know, everything that Donald is going through. I don't know what people are going through. I hear people talking about having their, private messages released and all this stuff. And how do you forgive this stuff and move on? I don't know. I would like it to happen because ideally, we're in here, we're working together, even though we disagree. We work together and we try to promote and sell each other's comics. And I want Comicsgate to continue to grow. And Comicsgate is an idea. Comicsgate isn't a group of people. The idea of leaving Comicsgate is stupid. You can't leave Comicsgate. You can change your mind about the ideas behind Comicsgate and reverse your position on it. But Comicsgate as an idea could spread to other people who realize they agree with it too. And this is, I want my comics to be this way. I want people to.
Oh man!
Kick
man!
Mike. Holy
My
crap.
gain up that high? Usually you can't
Yeah.
hear anything I even say.
Yeah, man, maybe you should be paying attention. The man is
Jesus,
speaking.
man.
Mike,
Mike
really,
is
brother.
humming at the most that was the most pointed humming in the world. Mike of Comics Great.
What in
over
the
there.
Sam Hill's wrong with you, Mike?
Okay, look. This
I
is the
apologize.
thing. We want more people to be a part of this and just have opportunities. Whether they agree with everything about Comicsgate or not, I don't really care. I just honestly I want these books to sell because inevitably comics. I mean what I say when I say I think comics are sinking. I think the direct market is going down. So we can just throw out some rafts, some lifeboats. People don't have to love me. People can stab me in the back, I guess. That's just the way it's going to be. I just want not Mike. I just want people to continue to do great work and feel like they can keep doing comics. And that makes me feel cool.
If I stab Ethan, it'll be in the front.
Yeah,
Right.
let's make this the year of the front stab. So when we disagree with each other,
So I want to know. I mean, I want to know. I got a question.
Here it comes, buddy. You know, but it won't be from behind. It's
Got
Kyle.
like a pig, got him right across the stomach, right, UBS?
Yes, yeah. Just let me see it coming.
I got a question. Where are you, Caesar, with this? I mean, you tell me. I mean, you've done all this promotion. You're telling me that you don't mind, if somebody sticks a knife into you after all this.
It's not about me. That's the thing. Like, no, you come to that first. My first attitude was, these people are all my friends. We're all friends. No, these people. A lot of people are not your friend, and I'm encountering a very, very strange phenomenon. It's this thing about ego, and it's natural. This is human psychology 101. People don't want to be helped. Men don't want to be rescued.
It's true.
Yeah, brother. Absolutely.
Zach said this on a stream yesterday. He said, I have no rescue fantasies. He said it with regards to Conan the Barbarian and this new book where, these SJWs are writing shit like women saving men. It's like men don't want that and women don't want it either. It is the miscalculation, the demented miscalculation of a soy boy mind.
When you do that, you take away their manhood. That's what you literally do. You take away a man's manhood. You geld a horse. That's what you do when you try to save a man. You got to let him starve. You got to beat him to make him stronger, rather than try to save him.
Right. So when you do that, which is I've taken I've tried to do that a couple of times for people, and I have done that. That doesn't build. That's not affection. Like they don't appreciate it. I mean, they do on some level, but mostly they're scarred. Like their masculinity is scarred, and they feel like they need to attack back really hard to regain their footing and regain their balls. And so I'm seeing that happen. And at first it's like, it's frustrating. And you're just like, no, what I helped you. It's not about the frog and the scorpion. It literally is it's a primal male thing mostly. And
this is the reason, I mean, even us, at the war campaign, I mean, man, I can't ask you, you know what I'm saying? There's only so much I can say. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I'm a man on my own already.
Right.
Yeah, but a guy who has helped other people is more receiving of help himself. If he's been in a situation where he's helped other people, he'll be more receptive to getting help when he needs it.
Brother, I have helped people in my own life.
Right.
And all it's gotten me is a noose around my neck.
I promise you, yes. When you hit like 70, I'll go change your diapers.
Bro, you look good with the news around your neck.
I think I got that lined up, but no, this is.
Oh, you know what I got for you, Caesar? At the end of the day, I got one thing for you, brother. I got a hail for you.
Well, thanks.
Hail.
And a rag.
Not the word I was expecting. Pretty sure
it doesn't matter. Really, just let's move forward and get books out there, because at the end of the day, my reward for doing that is just watching people thrive and knowing that I helped. Like, that's enough. And from there they can say or feel like however they want. I really do. I really love seeing people who deserve to succeed just because of their talent. They don't even have to be nice people. People who are good deserve.
Me, are you?
No, Mike. No.
Well, you did highlight his screen as you were saying that.
I didn't do that. Mike probably was humming it, drawing attention to himself. Mike chews pencils into the microphone so that the screen goes.
Yeah, we all know that Ethan doesn't want Mike to succeed anyways.
I don't know. I'm waiting for Bitcoin to go down. Every day that Bitcoin goes down, I'm like, yes. And then when it goes back up, I'm like, shh. Congrats, Mike. That's great. I want to be right about Bitcoin so bad.
Oh well,
I have no idea.
It's over 11,000 now.
Oh my god!
By the way,
sell Mike.
Ben Hennessy. Ben Hennessy had 200 shares of it and sold it at $2.
No, he said had 200. He sold it at $50. Or no, he had 50 and he sold it at 200.
Oh, I got it backwards.
I think, yeah.
I think he had 200
because he used to have it.
No, he bought it at 25% and he sold it at $2.
Because it used to be like Coin of the Realm for some video game he used to play. So he would buy, the way the kids do like Robux. They buy in-game money and
Did
then
you say Ro?
Robot. Yeah. Oh, there's
Perfect
money
Blue.
named after you, Ro.
Perfect Blue has a great super chat. Perfect Blue has a great super chat.
You can read it because I'm way behind. I got to get caught up.
This is a $10 super chat, and he says, "Real men can ask for help and understand." And this is a quote. He says, "From everyone to whom much has been given, much will be required. And from the one to whom much has been entrusted, even more will be demanded." And that is from Luke 12:48. That is fantastic.
Truth.
Oh, okay.
I would say something else. For Caesar, for the man all who has all been given, all will be demanded.
What?
All this poetry in here. I'm having
I
a
don't
hard
know
time
what
keeping
anyone's
up.
talking about. I just wanted to say sometimes accepting help hurts your pride, and sometimes it manifests itself in anger. And it's surprising. It really is. Like people
You resent
respond
it.
to that.
People resent the help because
Yeah.
they will always look at you and think, "Oh, you're looking down at me because you had to help me," but you're not
Right.
doing that. But
I
project-
got some poetry quote. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
Damn it!
I
Well,
like that too.
Well, hang on. Did now before you invited him in the chat today, did Malin disclose that he is a wanted felon?
Oh my God.
Oh, I knew about this. You already talked about this last night. He's welcome
Oh, okay.
again.
Yeah. No, I'm not a wanted felon. I do have a misdemeanor. If I don't go to my court date and stand in front of the man sometime this week, then maybe I'll be a wanted felon. I drove on an expired license last night. It expired. My birthday was a week ago.
Criminal.
And the cops got me. So
Ooh, criminal.
John.
We all must have
expired license for a year and didn't get caught.
yeah, I had one headlight out. So I had a short in the headlight. So if I hit a bump, it goes out. If I had another one just right, it'll come back on. It was out. So
Oh no.
John,
On
all
the edge.
of us will be judged one day and have to stand naked before the man.
yeah. Well, I think I'm doing it Friday.
Ice cream
so-
man.
Ice cream man. All right, let me read some more super chats. Jason Mathis, thanks for $1, and then another one. Jack Straw says, "Don't forget what Nasser did to Tug." Yeah, we're beating the hell out of Nasser right now. I don't like it. I don't like beating the hell out of Nasser, but and he's a kid, but he's doing awful things.
Wait, the DMs he shared, that was meant to be private, was it not?
Yeah.
So it's not like he published Tug's DM.
Not like he published them.
Yeah, it was a private video that he shared privately.
Except when people started calling him out on it, he shared that clip.
It got
listen,
spread, man. It got spread.
It was none of my business to know anything about Tug's family life.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't think if Nasser did that, I talked to him about it and he said it was private. It wasn't meant to be it wasn't meant to be out there in the world. And I just straight up asked him, I'm like, "Did you really freaking share DMs out there?" I'm like, "You do not share DMs." He's like, "It was meant to be private."
No, it's meant to be private though. The private DMs are meant to be private.
Right, but it's like I could go to you and I could be like, "Hey, somebody was talking about blah blah blah."
Yeah, but
it wouldn't be like,
what is it about? What was it? What what the content was? You know what I mean?
I know, and I've been through that, so I understand.
So have I. And you talk
Isn't it
about
weird? It's like this secret club that nobody ever talks about, but once you say you've been through it, like everyone's like, "I went through that too."
Yeah, listen.
Like menopause.
No, it's not anything like menopause. But no, well, how would I know? But it really is something. Like you hear about it and you just go, "Oh, that's sad." But when you actually go through it, it is 100% pure horror and absolute heartbreak. Like you go, "Why didn't anyone tell me how incredibly horrible this is?" And you keep it personal, for the most part, unless you really need like people to. And there are times when you might need to talk about that with people.
I mean, Mike, you want people talking about, your personal family life?
No,
Personal
but that's
DMs?
I mean,
Well, hold on a second. What if
no,
it's your
but
own?
if two friends are discussing something, I don't know. I can't excuse it, but there's
Well, let's be real, man. Let's be real. Let's say
hold on,
if
Ro.
you're-
There's a difference between publishing something for public.
If your wife had pregnancy problems, you want that stuff put out there with other people who might be your opponents. You tell me, brother.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If it was meant to be private and he was sharing it privately, that's not.
It's
It
not
may not be,
private.
that may not be ideal, but it's not as freaking egregious as like posting it on a public video.
No, because
absolutely. Oh, yeah,
he's
there's levels.
if I'm having a conversation with you, Mike, me and you are sharing the responsibility that we're both going to keep this between us if we're doing private messaging or DM. Once you make a video or a clip or whatever you're doing and you're sending it off to other people, you're foregoing that responsibility to where now other people who have no responsibility can leak that out into the public.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I have an
Umbrella
expectation
Guy's
that any
here, and
conversation.
Umbrella Guy says it was in a fucking video. So Umbrella Guy's like, fuck all this. He's not gonna. Umbrella Guy's mad. He's not gonna take it this.
He has a right to be there.
I think that the thing that was hard, I think the hard is that when this was unlisted and it was being shared around and he was going through all this, Tug was doing that convention stuff, and he's got people threatening his family, you know, telling them they want to hurt his family and do all kinds of horrible things to him. And so it's kind of hard to go from that to you sharing something personal with somebody, you know what I mean, to try and share something, and then it winds up in a video.
These people who hate Tug, by the way, have no compunction. That like they have, if they get a hold of information like that that's extremely personal and they know will hurt his feelings, they are going to run with it. Believe me. I mean, these people, that's what they do. They don't care about. They don't care.
Well, this is it. Look, I'll give a perfect example, all right? So War Campaign 24/7 is accused of this, that, the other. But what happened, Mike, just lately when we saw that GoFundMe that was fake for Lone Star, right? The guys right away, doesn't matter what argument they're having with you, they got your back.
Yeah.
There's lines. We got stuff on people we don't use because there's lines.
Yeah.
But we got him. Hold on a second. We got him in the files.
Yeah, I need to know what's in my files because I've done a lot of perverted shit.
Oh my God, that's a horror.
By the way, I want to make fun of Umbrella Guy really quick. Umbrella Guy, I saw Renfamous making fun of you, and I have to make fun of you for the same thing. You have tattoos on your arm that might make you recognizable. Did you really put duct tape all over your arm? Why didn't you just wear a long sleeve shirt? Why did you cover your arms with duct tape when you could have just worn a long sleeve shirt?
He's an artist.
What is good? I'm sorry. I love Tug, but I was perplexed by that. I thought about that while I was driving today. All day today, I was thinking, why would he do that? What would be the reason for
Have
that?
you ever worn duct tape? It's so comfortable, especially when you rip it off.
Umbrella Guy said, as a joke, LOL. Okay, all right. I mean, duct tape is cheaper. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It seemed like really painful and uncomfortable in Texas to do that. So in any case,
I'm wearing a duct tape wife beater right now.
Yes.
Can I say one thing briefly though? I don't think we need to be beating up on Nasser, but we do need to absolutely support Peter Gilmore. He is one of Tug's artists because Dr. Satan is canceled now. So we need to be looking out for him. And then we absolutely, whenever Donald DeLay comes out with next, and I think Roe is Vestige still going?
Hell, brother, it is absolutely. That's Gattori Hanzo's. That's Gat Hanzo's book with Donald DeLay, and it's still going, man. It's still out there, and you know what? We hope that everybody here will check it out. And Hail Caesar, he's doing the cover for us. So I mean, you can't get better than that. Yeah, we can't get better than that.
Tug, do you want to come in here? Does Tug have the link? I don't know if Tug.
Yeah, that's right. He left the room too.
I think we're maxed out.
I can pop out if Tug wants to.
No, we got one spot.
No. Everybody stay. I like this group.
We still got one spot empty.
Yeah, we got one more slot. Yeah.
Yeah. If Tug can come in here, I don't think Tug left my room. I think Tug
he left the room.
Why? He was like, yeah, I'm tired of the drama. Everyone's tired of the goddamn drama.
NASA or something.
So much drama in the LGC.
It's kind of hard being Duke Double TUG. Let me see. I'll put Tug in here and see if he wants to come in. If he doesn't want to come in, that's okay. He doesn't have to.
Hard being ALLCAP.
Yeah. So I think we definitely do need to support. We do need to support the people who have been impacted by this.
The victims of Nasser.
That sounds ridiculous to say, but I guess so. Yeah.
The biggest thing we've learned tonight is that I now own 50% of Vestige, Brutus. I am acquiring Comicsgate properties
one at a
left and
time.
right.
This was all your plan. Your plan was to sow discord and dissent, and
That
then
is the plan.
buy in.
Take
Antonio
Vestige. That's what
Brand
you need
is
to do.
the spider behind the web. He's playing like some Game of Thrones actions
Yeah,
back
I'm
here.
Littlefinger, man. That's what I'm doing.
All right, let me read some super chats. Yet in the piece says, answer each other's questions. Stop avoiding them. That was with John Malin and Nasser. I was trying to slow everyone down. Obi-Wan says, I'm interested in buying the Brutus rights. Nasser's half is worth what? $10? Donald's half is worth $100K. I'll give it all back to Donald. That's nice of you. Hugh Jass says, Nasser owes many an apology, but stay in comics, kid. Micah D2 says, you know what? That's the thing. Sometimes you go too far and you find yourself, you painted yourself in a corner and there's no way out except to just say, dramatic sachet out, as Zach used to say. Micah D2 says, I don't know Hanzo's side. I just love Vestige. Rhino says $12,300 for 60 pages. That's a page rate. Kick Nass. Tim Collins says, all you guys want to make money. Look how he conducts himself. When you're a public figure, you're always at work. Social media is work. You are the starting quarterback. Hail, I back 5XL Star Wars fan. Thanks, Tim Collins. $30. Micah D2 says, we need Cecil the moderator. Brian the Observer says, Atlantic Comics is up and running. We're on Twitter. Hail Caesar, kick Nasser. Obi-Wan says, John Malin, love you, but please stop name calling like an SJW. Tear him apart elegantly and intelligently like a professional, please. What do you think of that, John?
He started it.
Who the
I
fuck
disagree.
does that?
Rewind the tape.
Yeah, well, no, like initially you got mad though. I've never heard you like that, dude. You are mellow yellow.
That's what anger is.
Yeah, I missed that whole part. I was telling my daughter to acting class.
Go back and listen. This is the craziest stream I think we've ever had. Tug, how you doing?
Hey, doing pretty good. My voice is a little shot, but other than that, I'm good.
Yeah, you're doing a lot. I mean, me too. Like the back of my throat hurts lately from just talking all the time. It's like, is that what's causing your sore throat?
Oh man, it's it's living out in the boonies and weather changes and on.
Oh yeah, well, it's good to have you. I miss you, pal.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get back in the link. I just wanted to take a couple of days from drama. You know what I mean? And reinvigorate.
It's exhausting, but you know what? Let's exercise the drama. Exorcise the drama. Let's kick it out, and a little drama is okay, but let's kick it out for the most part, and let's just get back to selling comics. Because the drama, if you just face it and confront it, like I think we're doing here, move on, and then just get back to work. Because Tug, you're somebody who can make $100,000 on a single comic. You don't have time for this. Mike is the same way. Everybody in here, everybody's excited about John Malin's Graveyard Shift 2.
Yes. Yeah.
This is what's coming up right now, and you guys need to understand if you don't understand yet. This summer is going to be absolutely enormous. It's going to be bigger than last year. It's good by twice over. July 8th is the release of the Indiegogo campaign for Jawbreakers 2, God King. And that is going to kick off a whole new series of just excitement and just exciting new ideas, exciting new Comicsgate campaigns. People actually just crushing it and getting involved. I'm excited. I'm gonna, that's gonna come out first. I know Graveyard Shift is coming out pretty soon.
Yep.
I'm
16th.
gonna the 16th. I love that. Yeah, a week later. I'm gonna be doing Rain Bro. It's just gonna be called Rain Bro now. I'm going to put that out probably by the end of the month. I just want to leave some space in between all these big campaigns. It's going to feel great, and you're going to want to be a part of it. And the drama's going to happen. People get jealous. People fight. People pick fights. People start gay ops campaigns involving fists and black gloves.
Wow.
We can ignore Antonio. We can.
Antonio.
We can ignore all that. We can do great stuff. Starblade by Kyle Ritter coming soon.
I got something I'm going to be launching very soon. I've been writing like crazy, and it's long. It could be broken up into 4 parts. It's really big. A lot of Cecil lore.
I'm excited about it. Have you found an artist yet?
We'll talk off air.
Okay, all right.
Cecil, I've got to ask you: is it called Mortal Wounds?
I have it now. Ethan Van Sciver.
That guy's with us now. Michael Andon's like, he's cool. We're all cool now. So, look, guys, now is not the time to be fighting and breaking into factions. Now is the time to try to repair any rifts that we can repair. Some can't be repaired, and that's fine. We don't have to give those people attention. But, those that can be repaired, if we can do anything to make people feel welcomed, invite them to do more live streams. John has his great Comicsgate series as well. Mike is working overtime with his streams. Edwin is constantly doing his IndieCron streams. This is all great, man. This is what we need to do. We need everyone together for the benefit of everyone creating cool comics and everyone being able to make some money on their comics. And we can either fight and we can break apart. We can hate each other over little slights and goofballery, or we can really join forces again as some of the biggest creators in comics, being a part of a movement that is singularly the only thing that the comic book industry is obsessed with and thinking about all the time. What, Marvel Comics just launches Marvel Zombies again? Did you see this garbage?
For the 87th time, yeah.
Whoa!
What a copy.
Holy cow. Hold on a second. Let me show you this. This is, not only is it stupid, and by the way, thank you. I saw John Malin cracking on it, and I was dying, dude. I was dying. Hold on a second. These people.
I'm trying to figure out if this is going to be CB's million seller idea, because he hasn't revealed what his $1 million idea is yet.
Wasn't that J.J. Abrams' son?
Yeah.
I think
No,
his $1
I
million
think he
idea
disavowed that.
was supposed to be Marvel Comics number 1000, which came over with a plunk. Nobody cares about this. What is this Marvel Zombies? What are we doing, Marvel Zombies again? Did the Marvel superheroes become like backwoods rednecks first and then zombies? This is not Wolverine. This is a very special person. This is a special person here. This is not Wolverine. What is this? That is not Captain America's nose or his head. And let me see. Click on. Look at Deadpool's lips. What is this shit? What is this?
Well,
Somebody
Deadpool
took a
already
picture of their fat redneck friend. Look at this double chin that Wolverine's got. Big, huge teeth. And then they just put little rips on his face. And this is something. This is absolutely embarrassing, humiliating. This is penislessness. This is horrible. And it comes out right in time, of course, Marvel or DC copies Marvel Zombies with Deceased. And Marvel is so bankrupt that they just go, well, we'll just copy you with our own thing that you're copying, Marvel Zombies. And then it looks like this. This looks horrible. Where's the back of Captain America's head?
Looks like
John,
John Malin.
Call it out, Mike.
No, these are short-term gimmicks. I mean, I got the Deceased copy. I got Deceased 1 and 2, and it's just a gimmick, man. It's got no legs. That's the problem. It's a cool concept, the Deceased one. I gotta say, Deceased, not this. I mean, this looks like they can't draw the characters.
This looks like a lunch lady.
Yeah.
Bro, this looks like someone's lunch lady. That's not
Yeah, it does.
Well, lunch ladies are pretty scary, though. I mean, those.
It's very nice rendering.
I just got an issue because don't they have like the super healing factors? Like, how is it that this virus is taking over their body?
Well, John hit it today. I mean, John, what did you say today, brother? I mean, that was it.
Oh, the House of Ideas has run out of ideas.
No ideas.
Yeah.
Marvel's still cranking out like huge numbers of comics. Everybody else has cut back, but Marvel is I think 26 comics last month. I mean, they're basically taking the comic shop and they're pulling every dollar that they can out of them because they know that what they've done is it's collapsing everything. So I mean, they'll go back to Marvel Zombies, Marvel Zombies 2. I mean, they'll just keep going back to that. They have nothing else.
Here's what I want to say to this artist. Stop using your ugly disabled friends as photo reference for Marvel superheroes. Stop it. These are hideous people. Look at the enormous size of his lips and his teeth. What is this?
Are zombies coded as trans now? How does that work? I
don't
can't
know.
keep.
Possibly. That is
God
possible.
damn it.
The lips and teeth on that look like the new It, the new Pennywise.
Looks like Daisy Ridley.
This is Marvel Comics, man. And it's like, here's the thing. This is where Marvel's going. This is where Marvel's going right now. And it's like, they're falling apart. it really is incumbent on us to stay together and to work together and to try to do great comics with each other rather than splitting into little factions fighting over nonsense. The only thing people care about, the only thing people talk about, whether they love us or hate us, is Comicsgate. We are the most important thing in comics right now. I don't know if you feel it. I don't know if you realize it. If we went to a big convention, we would have an awful lot of attention together, positive and negative. We are the biggest thing in comics as comics dies. We are literally managing the decline of the comic book industry. Just us. Mostly the people here on this stream. So, I really feel like this infighting, fighting over this and that, fighting over, who's allowed to be a fan, who's not allowed to be a fan. This is a waste of time and a waste of our energy. And we really need to get buckling down. Mike S. Miller, Lone Star 3. Where the hell is Lone Star 3? Get that going.
Give it to me, brother. Put it in my mouth.
Easy, bro.
Well, Monster Hunt is Lone Star 3, and I'm actually writing Lone Star 4 right now. A crossover.
That's right.
Oh,
I'm working on. Actually, Cecil, how would you describe your hair when you were in your early 20s? I'm drawing you right now for Monster Hunt.
Thank you, Mike, for putting a break on all of this.
That's important.
In my early 20s, I had bleach blonde hair, short like Eminem.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was skinny.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I feel great. I got to say, I feel absolutely great. I'm drinking this fantastic rum, Smith & Cross, 60%, 120 proof. And I'm thinking of you, Mike, today. You know what I'm saying, Mike? I mean, we had a little bit of Twitter back and forth, but you're my brother. You know what I'm saying? I want your chest against my chest. You don't hear what I'm saying, brother?
The hair to intertwine.
Mike's chest would come up to your abdomen, bro.
I will be fully clothed, bro.
Yeah.
No, brother. Take it off, brother.
All right. Well, it always turns to degeneracy. When I'm talking about business, and I'm talking about moving forward with something positive and something good. I mean, the idea that we can, not save the comic book industry. I think it's beyond saving, but we can save a comic book industry, and that's the position that we find ourselves in now. Immensely popular, able to raise so much money that I will tell you this. I've said it on my own stream. I'm going to say it to you guys. I have a tip from somebody who would know, who says the reason why they hate you is because your mere existence makes them irrelevant. The big two. The big two realize that if other people learn from us, if other people look at what we're doing, other creative people, and realize they can do their own IPs, they can crowdfund them, they can promote them through social media platforms like YouTube, the way that you guys are, and make 20 times the amount of money for themselves. There is no reason to waste your life drawing Deadpool. There's just no reason for like 5% of the cover price of a comic book. There's no reason. We represent the next generation of the comic book industry. We represent where we go from here, or we don't, or we just fight with each other and we break up and we don't encourage, inspire, promote other young creators, and nothing comes of this. But we are in a great spot. We're in a great spot. Yes.
Did you see Zach and Yellow Flash's video on Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man?
No.
If you want, you know who the enemy is? Crowdfunding.
Oh yeah. You think that's a coincidence? Crowdfunding is going to be racist. It's going to be homophobic. It's going to be the enemy because we are the enemy. We're the enemy of them ripping off creative people and getting away with it for decades, and no more. No more. We can
like crowdfunding shady, and the money can get ripped off. So beware.
It's a great time to be an independent. So yeah, if you guys, I'm sure of the 1,800 that are watching right now, there's probably 300 people that are closely affiliated with the industry. Look at what's going on here, consider it, and hop on the wave early. Don't be last on it. We're building an audience.
Start up or.
Yeah, pick up
get busy, make that money.
Brian Hitch the other day posted on Twitter. He's like, now that there's a question for professionals. Now that we've made our hobby into our profession, what do you guys do now for a hobby? And I was just thinking about it. It's like, I freaking draw comics now because when it's your own stuff and it's not being a pencil jockey for DC or Marvel,
you
got all that love and passion back, right? And you're creating your own stuff. Man, I have zero, even on like Drawn and Quartered and stuff. I mean, I do it because it's the show. I have no interest in drawing Wolverine or Captain America or any of these characters I grew up with that I used to love to draw. I just don't care anymore.
Depressing. It's depressing now.
Right?
Yeah, the idea of drawing like Green Lantern. People are like, when are you going to go back to Green Lantern?
No,
Oh
Mike's on the right track. He's drawing young Cecil. That's where the America's pulse.
We could each take a chapter of the life of Cecil. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, of course. Of course. So, of course, this is fun. I mean, what we're doing is fun. I dream about Cyberpunk. It's so funny because I'm doing I'm currently drawing what happened to Heather Swain during 1998, how she escaped. And I can't explain it, but as I'm thinking, like, she's in this apartment, the bees come, the Vespas come, and she's running, and like cabbies are trying to help her. People are trying to go this way. People are getting stung through and eaten right in front of her, and she's just scrambling. And I'm listening to Uptown Girl in my earphones while I'm envisioning, and it is ironically the perfect song for like, and I get goosebumps over it. It's like as you're people screaming, cars exploding all around, Heather just scrambling for her life to get away, and just Billy Joel's Uptown Girl behind it. It's just, this stuff excites me. I love having like complete and total creative control, the kind of inspiration that just jolts you out of bed in the morning, the kind of things that occur to you when you're in the shower or just absentmindedly driving. These are the opportunities for inspiration to do great stuff that you don't have in the mainstream. You are just a pencil jockey.
But your creative juices just get flowing, man.
By the way, Ethan, that's so funny that you said Uptown Girl, because years ago, me and my younger brother, we took that scene from True Romance where James Gandolfini is beating the shit out of Patricia Arquette.
Yeah.
And we set it to Uptown Girl.
It works. It's so sunny and
it's so ridiculous. Yeah, it's so insanely the juxtaposition of the two. It's like it's jarring.
Yeah. Oh
He's
my
just
God.
throwing her around the whole hotel room and smashing her head in the mirror, and Uptown Girl just blasting her. We would die laughing.
Hank Spectrum says chills for Uptown Girl is gay. Well, not everybody gets it. Sometimes people have to be led right to it and actually see it.
I saw Billy Joel yesterday in real life. I saw him on his Harley.
Was he sober?
Cecil lives this life.
Well, I was at a marina. I was with somebody very, very well off, and we would buy his boat. And I'm staring at this old man comes riding up on a Harley, and I'm like, and then he like waves to go by, and then I'm like, oh fuck, that's Billy Joel.
Yeah.
Cecil, do you ever hang around the common people?
Once in a while.
Right now.
They slumming. I got it.
Let's see. Angela Richter says, ask Nasser why the child died in Stardust. What purpose did that death serve? That's a deep question. You should ask them on Twitter. Yeah. Itchy Cinco says, Ethan, I call you the Kaiser of Comicsgate because that sounds cooler. It's the correct way to pronounce Caesar. Oh, and Yellow Flash rules, Nasser drools. Chucky Wookie says, let's get Cecil and Yellow Flash in here. Might as well go all on now and see how crazy we can go. Well, we did that. Tempest Fowl says, this is better than any soap opera out there. John Malin is life. Nasser's smart enough, be a professional adult. Danny Grimm says, this is way better than watching the 2020 debates. Thank you. This is entertainment, I have to admit. Liam Gray says, what he said about Tug's loss is disgusting. Then he gives Donald the Jack Kirby treatment. I don't know anyone more morally bankrupt than Nasser. That's heavy. Liam Gray, by the way, has been going to town on Twitter in defense of War Campaign, and what an advocate. War Campaign right now is under fire, and Liam is saying some pretty great stuff. So in case you War Campaigners want to know.
Hail, Liam Gray. Hail, brother. Sometimes I put my foot in my mouth, but I'm so glad that, we've got guys like Mike here to forgive and forget. Hail, brother. Appreciate
Love
it.
it, bro.
Right.
I think Liam's going a little too far, calling Nasser evil and crap like that.
No.
Nasser's a goofy kid who makes some pretty stupid mistakes, but that's not the same thing as being evil.
Well, evil is different. Morally bankrupt can sometimes be 18 steps below evil. Yeah, it's not. You should have a sense that like this character belongs to Donald, and you don't want to. It's a little weird.
Yeah, I gotta agree with Mike. Evil is a strong word. I gotta say.
Yeah.
Evil light.
What you don't want to do, you don't want to reward bad behavior, but you don't want to scare this kid or punish him or make anybody think that they need to go harass Nasser. You don't need to do it.
Nobody harass Nasser.
Nobody make memes of Nasser. Nobody.
Thank you.
Just bridges.
Nasser, in my point of view, is not excommunicated. So let's leave a door open.
Well, I didn't. No. Well, I need him away from me for a little while, but I needed him away. I'm ready to forgive and forget.
Yeah.
Get Down Demon says Nasser is smug and self-righteous. Reagan Lodge says this fighting was rough to watch. Ethan, can you ask Antonio to say something sexy to cheer me up?
I'll do that on my channel.
Do it now. Do it now.
Just say cream pies. Yeah, do it now while I'm around.
No, you guys think the cream pie thing, y'all think that's sexy. That was a horrifying story that I told on
I haven't heard it. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, no, I was saying it was not a good story. That wasn't a sexy story.
Antonio, cream pie.
Right. I was traumatized. Yeah, that's not a good memory for me.
I'll wrap some butter on you, little moon pie.
Oh wow! Okay.
Hail, Edwin! Hail, brother! Hail!
Make it hot.
Okay.
Jeez, Jay Sims says Soap Opera Circuit 2019 with beer and popcorn. By the way, who has something to promote? Who's got a book out there right now?
Well, we got Vestige. We got Vestige, but you know what? I wish, Caesar. I mean, I'm not the best guy for it. I mean, you got to talk to Gat. You know, Gat's a wizard. You heard him that time with the Japanese thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He's the dude.
I have something I could promote. I'm in the middle of filming a video. I was opening Mego horror figures the other day, like Dracula and Wolfman. And I was wondering why Mego hadn't made a human centipede. So what I'm doing, I'm making a video. I'm building a human centipede. So I bought two women today. I got Joe from Facts of Life, and I got Alyssa Milano from Charmed. Those are going to be the middle and end. And in the front, because there is no Tim Lim doll, I'm going to use Sulu. I had to order Sulu.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make a video. There's been a lot of anticipation, a lot of hype about this video. I'm going to make the human centipede, and then I'm going to have people, send any figure that's a Mego figure to my PO box, and I will just keep adding to the human centipede.
Nice.
That's a lovely thought, Cecil.
Inspiring.
Absolutely degenerate, brother.
Millipede at some point. That's okay.
We're creative people. That's what's great about Comicsgate. I mean, you don't see that anywhere else.
Is it? I mean,
nowhere else. I've checked. Nowhere.
Hail Cecil.
Yeah.
Let's see. Can we help get Matthew Weldon? Can we help get Matthew Weldon a payday? Because that's what I'm hoping to do here with this Blood in the Jungle book. Because he started working on the art today. So Blood in the Jungle is a Lone Star and a Ravage crossover. So I'm going to tell the origin story of one of Mike's characters. You got this big crazy fight in the jungle with vampires, unknown soldiers, lizard men, crazy
human
Amazons.
centipedes.
No, there will be no human centipedes. This is a degeneracy-free book. But I want to shove a bunch of money in Matthew Weldon's pocket. So please go check out Blood in the Jungle over on the Off-Worlder campaign.
Okay.
I want to put a lot of money in his G-string.
That's his GIF string.
So much degeneracy. It pushes the boundaries of good taste.
I don't care about the money. I want to rub oil over him.
Whoa, Critias. What's going on, brother? Come on, brother. I mean, you remember that time you were wearing that lip gloss?
Oh, yeah, for Cecil's video.
Yeah, you were wearing that lip gloss. Babe, whew,
I was
brother.
dancing to Goodbye Horses.
Something else.
There's some stuff I'm glad I
doing a pinch.
Yeah, there's some stuff I'm pretty I'm okay with having missed. All right, let me read. You know what I'm going to do instead? Let's talk about some of these comics. Donald's got his puppet out, by the way. Donnie's got his puppet out. He's Donnie has fully retreated into puppet world.
What's the word there, Snapperheads? Fathead went to bed because he's an old bastard, and he's got kids that get up in the morning. So I'm here. I'm taking his place. How's it going? I heard something about a cream pie.
No,
I'm kind of hungry now. Is that anything like a moon pie?
You just stuff your face with it. I don't want to.
Whoa. No. All right. Look, I want to promote the Case of the Littlest Umbrella.
Oh,
Tug and I are talking about me doing a cover for this. I got some stuff to do ahead of time. I got to do Vestige's cover. I got a couple more things to do. Tug, I wouldn't mind doing a cover for this.
Well, if you have time, man, I'd love to see what you do with it. So I think it'd be awesome.
Yeah, it feels kind of cool to kind of branch out and draw other people's characters, and the character's neat looking. I wouldn't mind doing it. We could promote you maybe with a new cover, get you up over 6 figures, which is, I think, what this book should do. But in the meantime, guys, Case of the Littlest Umbrella, if you have not yet backed Tug's incredible comic book, this is a success. $85,575. I just put the link in the description. So go over there, take a look at it, and see, choose your tier. Now, Tug is doing something here that, again, your boy Zach says don't do, which is the strange titles for the tiers. Like, people don't really know what they are. But what's the tier they should back to get everything?
The $40 tier. There's that and excuse my voice there. There's that and an Ashcan version, actually paying homage to Comicsgate. So actually we have something that I think even if you don't like the main comic, well, get them both anyway. So,
well, my wife made us back for the $100 tier when she heard all the crazy stuff that was going on with the umbrellas. My wife called me up and said, "Nope, got to go for the $100 tier."
Tug, you're gonna keep Antonio White in that poster no matter what.
Yeah, Antonio
I
is
like
the same
him better.
color as Donald.
Yeah, I like him better like that, to be honest.
You do? That's very
I don't know.
Not white. The light is hitting me.
Yeah, no, that's just his normal color when he's under a direct light.
That's
everyone's
artist
here.
interpretation.
I'm not saying anything. I already tried.
Yeah,
I was fine with it. And,
I was
and then-
actually not happy when Peter Gilmore went in and listened to John Malin and made him look cooler. I was
No,
like,
no, he looked too chocolatey fudge. Now
yeah,
I like
they put blackface on me. It was like strange looking.
You're
and I
not
was
that black, Antonio. You're not that black. You're black like this, not like that.
Well,
Yeah, the black
I was
black
fine
when it
with-
was added was poorly executed. I blame the artist, Peter.
I thought Peter did fine the first time.
Trust
And
me,
then-
as an artist, he poorly executed.
yeah.
it.
I don't think that's right. I don't know.
By the way, I don't say that's
Did
just
y'all go back in and take Nasser out? Where is Nasser?
Was he ever in it?
Oh no, the
Oh.
script. The script.
yeah,
That's
he's
him holding
actually
the script.
he's
Oh,
in
he's
the
holding
back.
the
His
script.
arms up in the back there. So
Yeah,
he's
holding
holding
the
his
script
script
up.
up.
They definitely got Fathead's little piggy nose there, but they really need to sink in his eyes a lot more. He's got that like Cro-Magnon thing, the with the brow, the caveman brow.
Yeah.
And look at that receding hairline that's on me. Apparently, I'm the one with the sunglasses, but I don't have a hairline like that at all.
Wait, which
Yeah,
one?
really. Just take all
Oh, right
the
here.
hair off.
Yeah, I see it.
Not at all.
I don't
No,
think
I
that's
mean, seeing you in
Antonio at
real-
all. I think that's Antoine.
Oh, seeing you in
Mike,
real
who the
life.
fuck is Antoine? You keep saying that dumb shit. What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Saying that dumb shit. That's why I keep telling your ass. Stop
Right,
that.
yeah.
Get him,
Antonio is
Antonio.
black
Why
when
do you
it
say Frankenstein have no dick?
I'm like, God damn it, that shit. Quit
It's
that
all
dumb
coming
shit.
out now.
Hey, Malin, to be honest, he updated it. He actually has updated that cover, but since you hated it, I kept that one up on the promotional.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I'm grateful for these things right here, my Caesar crown, because it hides my receding hairline in this, which is appreciated very much. And I like that this is more hair than I've had in 10 years. So
Why does your nose look like a flaccid hard penis?
because it does.
I'm nervous that Mike's behind me like that.
Mike's smile behind you, like he's having a good time. You know.
My only question is Mike actually taller than Sisu?
Mm-mm. No
How
way.
tall are you, Mike?
Mike
Five-
looks like a gypsy. He looks like a gypsy woman there.
Mike's 5'6".
Well, that's how Mike
5'7".
looks in real life too.
Mike,
No,
is-
really,
Got a fork from Applebee's. Come on, guys.
I was in Finland and all these gypsies were accosting me, right? I went there for the public saunas and I swear I met a gypsy who just looked like Mike right there.
Yeah. Can you imagine what we would do? Like if we all got together and signed like 5 of these, like if we could get everyone on this poster to autograph it for Umbrella Guy, those would go for like a lot of money.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
I
I
would.
mean, I like that idea. You know, the convention thing you were saying, getting people together. My God, that would be insanely cool. I was kind of anti-conventions until I went to one, and then I was like, hell yeah, it was a lot of fun. There's a lot of crazies out there, but my God, man, get everybody in here together. Like we're crazy enough on streams. I can imagine that in real life.
Yeah, it'd be fun in real life. I would. Conventions all depend on who you're there with. If you're working behind a table, they're humiliating. But if you're up and around and just enjoying yourself with friends, they're great. You know, going out afterwards, dinner, drinks, dancing.
Yeah, it's got to be like a party. I mean, it's not so much about working behind a table. You got to think of it more like I would say an open air barbecue. You know, you got a barbecue pit, you got a whole hog in there, and then you got drinks, you got an open bar, you got a beach, right? And you got hotties. Come on, that's what we're looking for.
We could do this. We could do like a big Comicsgate convention. We probably will next year. I think 2020. I can see that happening. Everybody needs to be independently wealthy first, so that everybody can drive up in cool cars and motorcycles. That's my vision. Case of the Littlest Umbrella. I want you guys, if you haven't yet backed it, you probably should. The link is in the description. Take a look. Tug recommends the $40 tier, but obviously, a lot of people are going to want this poster, and this is part of the what tier?
No, it's actually just the cover. That's an ash can. There's an ash can involved. That's with the $40 tier. So
you should do a poster of this.
I haven't even added a poster or anything yet. Maybe I don't need to.
All right, so this is Umbrella Guy's book, The Case of the Littlest Umbrella. It is in the link is in the description. Over here, Mike and his incredible success.
Doing very well.
Yeah.
Mike, how excited are you?
What do you mean?
Oh my God! Just kidding.
See what I go through. It's like
Mike, razzle dazzle, Mike.
Razzle dazzle.
I think he was a little too busy trying to figure out how the guy doesn't have a penis.
Yeah. Mike, your book Lone Star Soul of the Soldier. Now, this is a sequel that actually improved on the original. A rare thing, a very rare thing. Godfather did it. Godfather 1 and 2.
Lethal Weapon 2 was better than the original 2.
Yeah.
Hot Shots Part 2 was better than the original one.
So it's rare. I mean, it's mostly rare, and Mike was able to do it. I mean, Lone Star Soul of the Soldier 2, $154,330, Mike. Congratulations. It's exciting.
It is exciting. And look, I bumped up the Lone Star for the Troops to the top. Oh, by the way, for those who don't know, now you can actually do add-ons on Indiegogo. So if you go to the Lone Star, go to the Lone Star for the Troops, you can actually get the Lone Star for the Troops. And then when you go to check out, it says you might also like this. And so I actually made a Monster Hunt Lone Star for the Troops tier additionally. And then you can go through the other ones and you can add books on. I don't add additional shipping. It's it's something that you used to have to use freaking BackerKit for. But Indiegogo is such a great platform. They just keep changing stuff and making stuff better. So now you can add, even if you have a live campaign, you can go in and you can add stuff for it's basically upselling when they get to their checkout. So for those doing Indiegogo who didn't know that, check that out.
Look at that bulge on that double page spread.
Which one?
The black and
right
white.
Here?
The black and white.
Black and white.
Yeah, I think it was a couple down. There you go. Look at Lone Star, packing heat.
And why wouldn't you do that for your character? I mean, he gave your character no PP at all.
Yeah, none, zero, zilch. Mike, if everyone looks at the black and white on Mike's avatar right now, that's Mick the Monster Mayhew from Graveyard Shift, and he's got no junk at all. Not even indication of junk.
Yeah.
He's naked.
Disturbing. Hold on.
And
Any indication I give,
Mike
considering
is
the fact that
clearly
he's
not
naked,
afraid to give junk. And look
He's
what he
got a
did.
vagina.
clothed junk is one thing. Naked junk is a totally different thing.
No,
Just
but
give
you
a
gotta
hint.
do it when it's closed. You can do that because you can say clothed. You could say, "Oh, it's tucked all up in there in Mac Weldon underpants." You can't do it this way, Mike.
I'm not
something.
dropping junk in the shadow.
You're making it like he's out of the pool.
If he's Frankenstein, he could just really just sew on a giant cock if he finds one.
He doesn't have to. He's already got one, but Mike didn't draw it.
By the way, that page is from Monster Hunt, which is also available on the Lone Star campaign.
And you know what the monster hunt is? You're hunting for his penis. It's gone.
Oh no, junk hunt. Oh, no.
Hey, Mike, I hope you're happy the chat.
Oh, here come the memes.
The chat's playing Camel Toe
You
Mayhew.
know what? War campaign will draw that junk on for you, brother.
Oh, please don't.
Appreciate it.
We will do that. No, I want to because you know what? We got the bridge to Doucheville, right?
That's right. That's right.
Right.
Douche Bridge. All
Douche
hail
Bridge.
Douche Bridge.
Hail, brother. So we're gonna actually get on that douche bridge. 31 days a dick. Draw a penis, please, on every one of my characters. Hail, brother.
Edwin's losing it.
Uh,
It looks like other than the
oh,
fact-
yeah. We almost killed Edwin on his live stream today.
yeah.
But that's
Well, that was great, man. I love that.
Draw better, Mike.
Mike,
Let's go eat Doritos.
Oh, just don't be afraid to laugh at yourself. It is all fun. It is all fun. Like we're doing good stuff here. Don't be afraid to laugh at stuff. It's not that bad. It's just
yeah.
Yeah, brother. Hail, brother.
yeah.
Somebody dropped out. I don't know who.
No, I think
Yes.
our answer.
No.
Was it
We did lose someone.
was it Donald? I think it was
Donald
Donald.
left. Donald's had enough of this. He's like, I've
And-
had enough.
Ethan, I've got to go. Thank you for getting everybody together again, though, man. This is like classic comic skate right here. This
We're
is
getting
beautiful.
the band back together.
You know who's
Hail
crying right
it.
now? SJW Spider-Man. Who yesterday or 2 days ago said, Ethan says the comic skate is getting bigger, but he can't even get his boys together anymore. They're all fighting and rah, 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 rah. No, a-hole, we're all friends. We'll all get together whenever we want. And the difference between this year and last year is that everyone has their own successful YouTube channel now. So there's no real reason for everyone to get together except to entertain our incredibly loyal fan base who support.
Yeah, and even you're on my channel once or twice a week usually.
Yeah, because you're streaming at like 3 a.m. So it's like, yeah, it's fun to go on your show. And I can say whatever I want. And this is look at this. This is the end result. Is it getting smaller or is it getting bigger? Is it getting smaller or bigger? $154,330 for Mike. We've even got Vestige over here, $53,009.
Oh wow.
Yes, it's getting smaller if Mike's drawing it.
Yes, it is. It's getting non-existent in some cases.
Just disappearing
Maybe
altogether.
I mean, I'm no wizard, right? I'm not the writer. I'm not the artist. Donald is the artist for this book. But let me talk a little bit about it, if you don't mind, Caesar.
Yeah, please.
All right. So Vestige. Imagine, okay, you're in 1890s. All right, and you got a character over here, Charlie. Maybe you can see the character. He's on the docks. He's a dock worker. And in the 1890s, life is rough and tough. It's not like nowadays. He's not a millennial. Yes, he's 21 years old, but he's no millennial. Okay, he's got a tough life. He comes from the countryside to London, and he's just trying to make it. He likes to gamble. He likes to drink. He likes women, like all young men do. And something changes his life. He finds a relic. Okay, and this is what Vestige is all about. It's about relics that change your life, that imbue you with some kind of power to change your world. But the thing is, a vestige, a relic, is not just it's an item that's going to give you power. It's also got let's put it this way: it carries the spirits of those who've carried it before. So there's a lot there to it. It's not just a free item that's going to give you powers. And the wizard of the war campaign is Mr. Gattori Hanzo. He's worked out this entire story, coming along with it. You got Maddie. I don't know if we can pull up. Yeah, there we go. We got Maddie. So she's, behind the scenes, there's an organization, the Archive. They go out there to take away the items out of regular circulation, these relics, these vestige relics, so that they can actually be put in a safe place, in an archive, away from regular people. Now, what ends up happening, though, is that her and Charlie and some mysterious forces all reunite. And you know what? I don't want to spoil it, but let's put it this way: maybe we can pull up that scene there, the Lady of the Lake, the full color one right there. Yeah, there you go. So I mean, you got to think like this: what would a battle be like if you've got Excalibur and you're battling against the spear Longinus? Okay, or you've got Ashoka's chakra, the Wheel of Time. So, I mean, this is really what Vestige is about. What if the relics of history carry their own powers and the spirits of those who had wielded them? By the way, go ahead. Yes, brother.
I'm still holding out hope for Lee Harvey Oswald's magic bullet.
And there is absolutely zero diversity in this book.
Nice.
That's not something you want to advertise necessarily, but it just is. I mean, this is normal. This is the streets of London in the 1800s, and of course, it is what it is. We're not going to force diversity into anything where it doesn't belong.
That's right. I try to force as many white male characters as I can into my work.
Yeah, non-diversity.
That's right. Anti-diversity.
Yeah.
And I got to say, I mean, Donald's done an incredible job. You've seen his work on Brutus, but, he's got range. He's got variety. He's got dynamic range, and that's what he's showing here. I mean, this is a scene here. So Charlie's down on his luck, and, he's got no power. He's got nothing. He's a regular guy, and he gets the shit kicked out of him. That's what happens to him.
You know what? Like, half of your description to this was the lyrics to Bon Jovi's Living on a Prayer. I don't know if you realize that, but Tommy used to work on the docks. He's down on his luck.
Yeah. I'm trying my best over here, Caesar. I am hammered, brother.
I think, Ro, I think the real legacy of Vestige is that it inspired the character of my vestigial twin, Wink, who lives under my right armpit, and he will be a major player in my comic book.
That's
his name is Wink. His name is Wink.
Yeah, Wink. He has one eye and just a few teeth.
He lives under your armpit.
He's my vestigial twin.
Hey, guys, I got to bump out and go pick up my daughter. I'll see you if you're still on later.
All right. Mike S. Miller, everyone support Lone Star Soul, the soldier right here. The link's in the description to all of these comics. If you haven't backed them yet, do it. Support these books and support these brilliant creators, especially Mike.
Do it. Do it.
Cyberfrog Blood Honey team up cover. This is it for this. We're cruising towards the end of this long campaign, and then we're gonna do Rainbow and Wrecked Planet. You've got like another week and 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks to back this before I yank it down. I'll give people plenty of notice, but it's doing real well. $222,446 for the third variant cover. We're not going to get to 1 million on this, Ro.
You know what? We will. I mean, you got, so what's the total right now, the tally currently?
I have no idea, but we're a good distance away from it. And I don't, I think like over.
Oh, I'm not sure about that. Where are we right now? I mean, I'll look at the guys to work on it. We'll put the Excel sheet together. But the fact of the matter is that Rainbow, is that what is coming up? Rainbow? Is that what
Rainbow is what we're going to call it now. Rainbow,
right on. So Rainbow, I mean, first of all, can we still get the cover with Vampirella?
Yeah, you still can. It hasn't come down yet. So
awesome. Okay, well, let's talk about that before we get into Rainbow. I mean, this is fantastic over here. I just ordered the poster because I got to say, for myself, I'm a big Mr. Ethan Van Sciver fan. I mean, that's how we started here, the whole war campaign. We're all super fans. But so I ordered this poster because this is a 2 feet tall? Is that right?
Yeah, it is. I saw it. I actually saw what it was going to look like. We're going to have the posters in today. They're huge, dude. They're really, really nice. And I'm telling you, when you guys see the quality of these posters and the fact that they're signed, I realized I should have charged twice as much, $50.
Well, yeah. Well, the shipping is nothing. The shipping's $15 to Canada. And usually I'm paying for a book, right? 22 bucks. So this is a great deal. I mean, what I want to do is, so I work out in my basement. That's where I am right now because it's so hot. I want to take that poster, right? It's a great deal. I want to put it under glass, and then I want to, I want to work out, and I'm looking at Vampirella. You know what I mean? I mean, that is the perfect kind of, what's the word?
It's a great gift. It's a great gift for the chronic masturbator in your life.
Yeah. This is going to come down any second now. They're gonna pull it down any second. I requested that it go off of in demand. So
Skyva,
Ethan Benz.
you are $83,126 away from 1 million.
No, I'm not. No, you're looking at. Are
Like
you
all
looking?
total of all your campaigns? You have like
Wait. So 538,000 and change,
Right.
90,000 and change, and then 222,000 and change.
Right.
That's what you got to add up.
Yeah,
what are we at?
I got you a total for 916,874.
Yeah, that's fantastic, man. That we're almost there, Caesar. I mean, you know what?
Can't be right. That can't be right. Oh, are you including Cyberfrog and Vampirella?
Yeah.
Oh no, you can't do that. It's not the same.
All
no.
right.
Yeah, it's this cover is not on the main book. I'm on Blood Honey. This is on a Vampirella comic. So
Got a lot of people writing 851 280. So $851,280. Is that correct, Caesar?
Yeah, that looks about right. So we're a little less than 150,000 away. So I mean, I guess if I launch the black and white edition of Cyberfrog Blood Honey.
Oh yeah. We need that, man. I want the art book because that's what I'm looking for. It's oversized, right?
Yeah. We could do that. I bet we could get to 1 million that way. Does it count though? I don't know.
Yes, it counts. Come on, Caesar. Let it count, brother. I want to get that. Yeah, of course it counts. That's a coffee table book.
Yeah.
Count
Right,
the
I'm
ends
putting-
and
I'm putting
dividends in the bank account.
Yeah.
You know that.
When I'm drinking my coffee, I want to have a coffee table book.
Yeah. Look, yeah, of course, I'm gonna do it. But in the meantime, I just put, as you guys could see, I just shared my screen. I just put the Cyberfrog and Vampirella link in the description. It's gonna, if you haven't backed it yet, back it quick because it's coming down. But we're pretty happy with $65,594. I'll tell you that. But grab a poster. These are going to be in my hands this weekend. They're going to be in my hands. So these are going to get shipped out really, really quickly. Cyberfrog Blood Honey, an update. All of the perks are coming to me. I'm going to be seeing the comics soon. I mean, a week, 2 weeks. I'm not sure when they're going to be finished. It's a more complicated printing process than I guess a normal comic book is. But they're telling me it's coming out great. And I'm excited about it. Then I got to go in and I got to sign them all and we got to ship them out to you guys. But you can have this right away. This is going to be ready.
What kind of pen are you going to use to sign them?
Silver, I guess. Here's the thing. No, I think it might be just black. I think I might be using black Sharpies because the interior of the book, when you open up the chromium cover, there is a sketch cover underneath. So for me to draw and sign on, at least for the chromium versions. So those are going to get, and the Cyberfrog Blood Honey team up versions, I'll probably be able to sign with silver or gold right on the cover. So the chromium, if you got in early and you backed one of the original campaigns, one of the first two campaigns, you're going to be very, very, very happy. Your reward is a little extra special. The main book is great too. The team up cover is awesome. But we are going out of our way to make sure we have 60-pound paper stock on the interior pages. It's crazy. I mean, this book is going to look really, really nice. You're going to be happy that you backed it.
Man, I can't wait to get all those different copies. This is great stuff. I got to say, you know what? All the War Campaign, all of your fans, all the people here, I'm sure they are blessed to be here at this great junction, this momentous occasion, 1 year anniversary. Hail Caesar.
Thank you. Hail Comicsgate. Hail everyone. Thank you guys for your continued support. I have to say, everyone in this chat right now, Umbrella Guy, John, Rowe, Antonio, Critias, Cecil, thank you guys for being so much fun for a year and really becoming, e-celebs and, on top of being fantastic creators. These people all love you and are happy to see you when you come on the streams. And let's just do it. Let's do it again. Let's do another year of this.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Ethan, and thanks for all the support that you do for all the Comicsgate projects.
Yeah, for real, a lot of support. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's I love it. I'm excited. So we're gonna see some campaigns hit 7 figures. David Patton says 7 figures, bitch. We are gonna see some campaigns hit 7 figures. I'm guessing the first one's gonna be Jawbreakers 2. Yeah, I really think that's going to lead the way, and we're going to all promote that and push it and make sure everyone knows about it. Let's just kick some ass, guys. But I want to thank you. Even though this stream started out trying to fix a little problem, a little drama, I think it ended warmly and with the typical Comicsgate flair. Everyone in the chat, thank you so much for being here. Oh,
you got to read a shit ton of super chats.
Super chats, guys. If you guys need to leave, you're allowed to leave, I guess. Thank you for being here. I got to read these. Got a ton of them. So thank you. Jay Sim says soap opera. Oh, Micah DT says SJWs do that for 500. Alex Downshift says this was productive till John showed up and went aggro and wouldn't let other sides speak. Constant interruptions. Lame. Downshift doesn't like me either, I don't think, John. Yeah. Micah Curtis says, so no quote then? Sorry, Donald. I tried, bro. Yethna P says, Ethan, please ask these guys to come back another day. Wayward Comics says, run home and cry, Nasser. # blame war campaign. Jonathan Van Hertem, thanks for $10. Says, Ethan is trying to teach this kid respect, but he just isn't listening. It's Nasser. Unhinged Crank says 31 days of members is for Mike. Hey, Mike. I don't think it is. Well-read user says EVS is so fat he shows up on the radar. Oh, GR People says Mike Miller wants on. Check Jim's DMs. Oh, Mike Miller wants on. Check Jim's DMs. Brian O'Shea says EVS 44-year-old guy here. Nasser seems to not understand how business works. He consistently carries himself in an unprofessional, immature manner. He's a Comicsgate cancer that needs to be removed. Oh, I think that's might be overstating it. Man of Sex says Nasser lying just took the food out of my mouth. Matt Wenger, by the way, Matt Wenger's channel is funny. I went and visited it. It's a good channel. Matt Wenger, who is guaranteed better than Gail Simone, is always professional. I saw Matt Wenger taking the piss out of Amazing Adam, and it was so funny, dude. I was dying. Rhino4563 says, Uncle Tim Lim says, check the transcripts. Happy anniversary, Comicsgate. Happy anniversary. Dallas Deadeye says, first interaction I ever had with Nasser in your chat. I mentioned I didn't care for his work. He then proceeded to tell me to go screw myself. Narwhal Book says, Nasser needs 2 spoots of garlic by Narwhal. Benjamin33 says, happy 4th. Chucky Wookie says, it's not just $4, it's every $4 after that. That is right. Matt Hayes, thanks for $10. Hail Caesar, 31 Days of Dick, Super Hat Chat Censorship, Blame War Campaign. Check out Twitter. At Matt Hayes 2000, Comics Invictus. There might be a family CG meme or a quadrillion. Pamboy Lando, Soy Child Dong Lover says, the truth comes out. Hail Caesar, hail War Campaign. Well-read user says, E's so big he makes Jabba the Hutt look anorexic. Micah D2 says, Cecil the moderator is here. Unhinged Crank reminds me to read my super chats. Hatch45SX says, just squash this and do work. Nasser, don't attack peeps. Soapmaker says, is Tenable in Nasser's ear? Micah D2 says, you have to respect the customers. And that's, that is true. Hold on. I just totally lost it. Damn, this is old school Comicsgate. This is when the super chats used to come pouring in like this.
Yeah.
We've got to do more of this. All of us.
People are pumped.
People like to see us all together.
It's summertime. It's a great time to be alive, guys.
Yeah.
Hail, brother.
Mellow E says, please showcase books that are interesting and leave it at that. Mail in the Male Adonis, what's up? Love Machine Antonio, what's up? Cecil and his toe fetish. Wayward Comics says, for a fact he's still listening. Pamboy Lando, Switch All Dong Lover says, we predict these things, make a great product. Nobody can take that from you. Blame War Campaign. Unhinged Crank says, Cecil is always uplifting. Cumberbatch Pepperpot says, fuck Nasser. Wow. Micah D2 says, Cecil is my Long Island Sound buddy. Trust him. DJ Kong says, you can't stop people from sabotaging themselves, and Nasser 100% shot himself in the foot multiple times. Chris Rue says, check out Iron Skies on Indiegogo. Rage Carrier says, pineapple pizza is human. Right, Donald? Ray? Micah D2 says, Vestige is awesome. Can't wait for my copy. Gladiator says, get the yellow flash. Unleash his back hole on us. Zay Comics says, check on John. He may have passed out. Mail in militia. Fuzzy Creature says, Nasser does not listen and does not learn lessons. I wish he got a full hearing, but he can't go on like this. We mourn what could have been. Unhinged Crank says, send Mike the sausage link. Micah D2 says, me please. I was drinking with Cecil on LI Sound in spirit. Also bought Vestige, also bought Blood Honey, and contributed $100. Thank you, Micah D2. Cars in Depth says, Cecil asked about a moil. I did the cut at my son's bris. That's surely worthy of uncut cards, isn't it? Midnight Images says that sheet would look awesome in my CG wall of art. Saniko says, anyone else notice the nipple on Edwin's wall?
I did.
You did? You saw it?
Yep. Yeah, I pointed it out last night. He just has one growing out of his wall. It's weird.
That is weird.
Ed Gwynn.
Unhinged Crank says you missed 5 or 6 of my super chats. EVS, I got him now though. I think Micah D2 says, "Damn, I never win anything." Snarkticon DM says Mike sold his computer to recoup his Bitcoin loss. I think he's up again. Honestly, I think Mike went up again. Argentico 2003 says, "After all the backstabbing, Caesar, perfect name. That's how I got my name." Septinov 7 of 9 says Nasser delivered on every promise he made to me. That is true. 7 of 9, he did deliver. Cyrus Nightshade says, "What about Brutal Tales of Rainbow?" Interesting. Simon Sim Pothier says, "Hail Caesar, hail EVS, hail War Campaign, hail everyone. Support the most badass assassin vampire Blood Hunt on Indiegogo, now at 113% funded." So that's Blood Hunt. Timecode Mechanic says, "Epitaph B&S Books going to print end of month." That's cool. Comic Art Master says, "Caesar Super Harem is closing in on 10K. Would love to talk comics with you at some point. Hail." Yeah, you know what? Super Harem. Yeah. I kind of like it. I might have you on. Gladiator says, "Nurkish, Tim Lim, Nasser, JDA, and Doug are traitors." Logan Michael Anti Funko Pop says, "Just joined. What's wrong with Nasser?" Good question. Phil R Z28 says, "Easy to cuss someone rather than listen. Just saying." Well-read user says, "I'll gladly be the new Nasser, except with talent." See, that's the thing, guys. People would like Nasser's spot on this show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you really think about that. It's just like,
it's an esteemed spot. That's what it is. I mean, who could dream of being an up-and-coming young man, 21 years old, and given everything to make a success out of his own life? And then instead of making a success, he decides to squander it.
He even had Martina throwing herself at him.
That's right.
yeah, I don't know. It seems like you don't want to give this up. And people who do give this up with a temper tantrum, I look at their campaigns and they don't do well. They just don't do well. You know, you go from like $72,000 on a campaign that I helped promote to like $11,000 on your next one that I didn't promote. That should say something. Like, let's, just for the sake of business. Somebody was telling me that like Hall and Oates hate each other, but like,
yes, I've heard that too.
They play together for business reasons, and fortunately, there's nobody on Comicsgate that I hate right now. But if you hate me, I don't know why it matters. Come over here and let's put on a good show. Matt Hayes says, "Hail Mike, number 18, douche nozzle here. Happy Independence Day, all. Nacho." Demented for Fun says, "Donald didn't start getting heat from customers until the John Delarose, Cherry, Nasser, grifter nonsense started." Snarkticon DM says, "Change Rainbow Brute to Rain Row. Hail War Campaign." Dragon Lord says, "All I want is for Mike and EVS to fight in a hell in the cell for a briefcase of Bitcoin. Is that too much, Comicsgate? I thought this was America." I would do it, sure. Argentico 2003 says, "A lot of anti-EVS people have cherry emoji in their name is what this is about. Feels like they sprang out of nowhere. What's the history?" I don't know. They all think these things. It's like, we have cherries and we all hate Ethan.
Is that a thing?
It is a thing. It's so weird. I'm just like, you know what? Like, what is the big deal with me? Why don't you get a life? Why do you all conspire about me? I'm just sitting here trying to sell some comics for people. You guys have cherries? It's cherries. That's a secret code. It's like a handshake. It means we hate Ethan too.
I like peaches. Can they put peaches?
Hell yeah.
Like peaches. Yeah.
I like watermelons right now. They're in season. I got like a great seedless watermelon.
Ethan, did you just say watermelon because I'm a black guy on here?
Yes.
Completely wrong.
I caught that too.
Yeah.
A black guy says something. Ethan goes right to watermelon.
Oh my god! Let's talk about fried chicken next, Ethan.
What do you think Cyberfrog's about? That was about you too. I have black friends. I think I'm going to talk about how much I love fried chicken.
No, there's got to be a scene in Blood Honey where Cyberfrog goes, "Some of my best friends are black." I just need him to say that. That would be funny.
Yeah, tell me what's your favorite Kool-Aid?
Actually, I like grape. And
That's
then
surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like grape. That's what I'm saying.
Infernal Iris says, "Okay, Uncle Ethan, did you get the box I sent you?" I'm not sure what the box was. I opened up all my boxes on a live stream 2 nights ago. And I don't know which one you sent me, Iris. I don't think I got anything from Iris. Uncle Mang says, "War Campaign with the help of EVS is running customers, creators, and friends out of Comicsgate in droves. Good luck next campaign. Last dollar spent by a customer lost." Oh, that's too bad. Demented for Fun says, Donald's "How can Nasser be better?" thread was to help. He was defending him and even got me to back Trixie. I regretted it quickly. Yeah, I disagree. I gotta call out bullshit where I see it. I don't think that was a nice thread. Let's send a message. Rhino4563 says, Hail Rose chest hash lotion. Perfect Blue says, real men can ask for help and understand. From everyone to whom much has been given, much will be required, and the one to whom much has been entrusted, even more will be demanded. Sarticon DM says, give unto Caesar what is Caesar's. I like that scripture better. Barb Rogers says, buy gold and silver. Iridium is very rare too. Dash 5257 says, never piss in the wind. Argentico 2003 says, Ro and Mike had disagreements on Twitter, but they're here talking and laughing like real men. Respect. Real men don't lose friends over Twitter.
Hail, Mike. Hail.
It's true. Real Steve Dye says, render under Caesar pies, which are Caesar's. Hail Caesar, kick Nasser, hail war campaign. Gladiator says he shouldn't have shared it with anyone. Kick Mike. Gladiator says, I'll be refunding my Lone Star 2 later. Whoa. I don't think it needs to go there. Mike didn't quite understand the situation yet. Cool your jets a little, Gladiator, please. Unhinged Crank says, Mike's wife has 0 problems, let me say. And then he puts a heart. KC Get Money 07 says, EVS, are you giving Nasser a pass because you see a little of you in him when you were his age? Remember what happened when Obi-Wan ignored Anakin's behavior? No, I see 0 of me in Nasser. Literally 0. It takes a long time for me to understand what Nasser is doing. I can't relate to it. I don't directly understand it, but he's a human being. What can I tell you? I think.
Weight comp test, so that's debatable.
Yeah, I think he could be a lizard person. I don't really know. I don't want to say he's a human being and jump to that conclusion. He is kind of lizard-like. Snarkticon DM says, just curse at Nasser, save beatings for Antifa. Hewick Gak says, Ren has no room to talk about Tug with that twist-tie belt she was sporting a month or so back. Get a belt that fits, you goof. Yeah, did you see that? Her belt was, she's so fat. Her belt was bitter, and so she had to tie it with thread. She had to build a belt extension out of string.
I had fun with the tape thing. See, I would uncover my tattoos sometimes, and then I would cover them. And they started, if you watch them on social media, it confused them so badly that they thought that there was another me down there. Yeah, they started talking about, oh my God, he's hired somebody. It was just bizarre. I love messing with those people.
You were great. Those streams. By the way, Andrea watched them all. Why are you still watching Umbrella Guy? She's like, yeah, I can't stop. She just sat there and watched you while she was doing work in the kitchen. She had listen, everyone loves Umbrella Guy in my household. But Andrea loves your show and she was watching you at the thing.
That's awesome. Actually, I've never been on the pro side of things on that. So seeing 30,000 people subscribe to something and then seeing, 200 people come up to you and be like, hey, this stuff you're doing is meaningful. I mean, that 200 people, that's really impactful. I don't know. It kind of reset everything. I've been trying to be more positive when I'm dealing with people. And I don't know. It was just a great experience.
Yeah, it was enjoyable. And thank you for doing that too, because I liked it. You kind of straddled the line between pro and fan at that thing. You were there as a fan to look at and to show us what was going on with Vic. But at the same time, we're seeing you get saluted and met by fans and everyone excited to see you. So it was a neat kind of experience. And I think that's why people enjoyed it. Great coverage.
We may be doing Bubba Fest too. I know Yellow Flash is going there. I possibly may. It just depends on a few things. And Nick Rekieta may go as well. So
nice. Mike Jenkins says Nasser is Judas. Well-read user says, with Nasser gone, the talent average of Comicsgate tripled. SV says, need to hide your tats. Don't tape. Use Flex Seal. Black Wolf 5 says, hey there, Tug. Jack Straw says, don't forget Starblades by Kyle Ritter coming soon. The Geek Conservative says, what happened with Doug TenNapel? Doug TenNapel, quick rundown. Doug TenNapel really needed help. He was in a bad spot. He'd been blacklisted from comics because of some comments he made about transgender people, gays, and all gay marriage stuff. Doug reached out to me to help him out, and he just lost his last contract. So I brought him over here. Bigfoot Bill, big hit. Bigfoot Bill was done in order to position him to get Earthworm Jim, the the rights to Earthworm Jim as a graphic novel. And I said, you sure you want to do that? Like Earthworm Jim, like Bigfoot Bill's kind of better. And he was like, no, Earthworm Jim, that's what I want to do. He got the rights to Earthworm Jim and then immediately seemed to pick a fight with Comicsgate, which perplexed the hell out of me. But as it turns out, what he says is that being a part of publishing Earthworm Jim, he's not allowed to be a part of any controversial movements. It's look. I don't know. I'm not sure what's real. I'm not sure what's bullshit.
That whole thing was bullshit. He's full of shit.
Yeah, it's like at some point, it's like, all right, we've been had.
It goes back to he didn't appreciate being helped. He resented you for it.
Yeah, I did my best. You know what? I want to say this. Like, Doug's. I enjoyed having Doug on the show. I wanted to help Doug because Doug seemed like a great guy, and it was an honor to help him. Bigfoot Bill was a great project. I don't regret supporting him and at any of that. Once again, these things happen and I'm flummoxed by them. And everybody, you can have your excuses. Ethan displeased me in this way or that. Ethan upset me. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, really. I'm trying to help people, and I try to keep out of people's way for the most part. You can do whatever you want.
You're not doing anything wrong. I'm actually amazed with your your attitude. This is like a spiritual thing, to be honest. I gotta say, it's just to be able to take the slings and arrows, you know what I'm saying, and then actually keep on going on and keep on promoting people. It's inspiring, to be honest.
Well, I live with myself, and everyone else has to live with themselves. I'm proud of what I'm doing. I don't, people who are like, I'm ashamed of Comicsgate. I'm not. I'm proud of Comicsgate. For what I believe it means and what I promote it to mean, and the people that I've helped, I'm proud of it. I'm proud of this audience. I'm proud of all the creators who work in Comicsgate. I think we're doing a good thing. I can sleep. I sleep like a baby with a smile on my face every night. I'm proud of everything that I do. Other people have to live with themselves, and that's the thing. You want to turn on people, and I don't know. That's just not my style, and I don't resent it anymore. I'm just kind of coping with it and moving forward.
Put it this way, right? Put it this way, Caesar. Okay, as a man, you got a family. You do everything for your children. You don't expect to be given accolades at the end of it.
No.
If you are rewarded, in your old age, and you are shown respect, then you think, what, you are blessed. If 1 out of 3 of your kids, 1 out of 4 of your kids actually shows you that respect, then you're blessed to even have it. But the fact is, we don't do things because we're waiting for those accolades. We do things because we must do them.
And I also do them for money. So don't give me. I mean, I hate to push that down. It's like, I'm being paid. I'm fine. People can do what they want to do. I'm doing my own content.
Oh yeah, yes and no. Yes and no. You do promote the whole world. I mean, right? You do
promote
lift up
for free. Yeah, I don't get paid for that.
Right? You lift them all up. You lift up other people.
Ethan, I also sleep like a baby, and by that I mean I occasionally shit myself.
Somebody in the chat said a big fat baby. All right, yeah, fair enough. I don't want to whine. I want everyone to succeed. Doug's success is great. He had a great plan. It was a clever scheme, and he did it. And Earthworm Jim is great. It's going to do well. It could reach 7 figures, I think, at this point. And that's, again, whenever anyone succeeds at this to that level, that is just inspiring for everyone else. And let's just stay positive about it. I don't want to dwell on stuff like this.
Can we say a Hail Caesar?
Hail Caesar.
Hail Caesar.
Yeah, thanks. Hail me. On DM, is Cecil's project his Renfamous romance comics?
Oh wow.
Oh, but Betty Bright Eyes is doing that.
Yeah, I would love a compilation of those.
I'm thinking about throwing that out. I gotta talk to him.
Yeah. Let's see. Splendopia says all-star stream tonight. Great speech, Caesar. Thank you. Chucky Wookie says, hey, EVS, please ignore my last 2 super chats. I agree with dropping the drama. They were too salty. They were not too salty, but no need to repoke the fire. Brett Cantrell says, I will be happy to draw Cecil's comic. Brett, if you're a good artist, get in touch with him. Or if you're just joking, well, a lot of people would be happy to draw his comic. It's going to do real well. Black Russian Rod. Oh yeah, dude. I would honestly, I would like to. I'll take a page right off of Cecil? Because I mean, his crowdfund's going to make a lot of money.
Mhm.
Black Russian Bot says, loving tonight's soy-free classic CG stream. Hail. Unhinged Crank says, when did Drew Carey become Captain America? That's the Marvel Zombies thing. That's the ugliest cover I've ever seen in my life. I saw it and I was furious. Yana Hill, stop inserting yourself in your friends. Stop putting cosplay people, your weirdo cosplay friends, and painting them, using them for photo reference, and it looks weird. That's not what superheroes look like. And I'm telling you, zombie superheroes look like superheroes, but their faces are rotting off. Don't forget how to draw. Look at John Malin.
Yeah.
I mean, not like your faces. I mean, like the way you would have drawn that. Like your stuff would have been better.
Yeah. Would look awesome.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, Marvel Zombies would be fun to do. Yanni Hill says Marvel Zombies is J.J. Abrams' son's idea. Phil RZ28 says, never mind Malin. I love kittens. F Nasser forever. Get Down Demon says, we're all internet gay together. Hail Caesar. Hail Comics Gay. Hail War Campaign. Hail Malin Militia. Hail Cecil. Edwin. Tug. Yellow Flash. Hail Brethren. Tech TF says, honestly sad to see Nasser act this way. I want more books to buy, not drama. We're trying, dude. I'm telling you, we are. Here's the thing about drama. It festers if it isn't addressed at some point. So I think tonight was my way of saying this is over. Everybody, let's regroup. We're not going to fight all the time. Gimp Rider 66 says, had to rewind to start this from the beginning. Nasser as a child needs to not be associating with adults at this point. Back to high school. Matt Hayes says, hail to all my Mexicans throughout the world. Does your sister have a boyfriend? Tempest Fowl says, do not support Ravage. They ripped me off, never fulfilled my books, and won't respond to any customer service emails. John Chidester, hold on a second. I lost it again. That's terrible. John Chidester says, GateCon 2020 must happen. Unhinged Crank says, is that a monster in your pants? Or, oh, I'm sorry. This goes for Mike and the penisless monster. Vince Garrett said, Cecil, for the love of God, what are you writing? I'll buy it. God blast it. You have a loyal customer. I love you, and not just because I'm drunk.
I love you too.
I had a drink with you guys.
Cecil, you never tell me you love me. That really pisses me off, man.
What?
I want Cecil to tell me he loves me. You know?
Oh, I love you too, Antoine.
I am disowning you now.
Now you've made me uncomfortable, and now you file a workplace harassment.
I love you, Antonio, and chicken.
I love both of those things too. Thank you. I just fucked up some chicken earlier today.
What?
I fucked it up, man.
This is weird, man.
All
Popeyes, man.
By the way, Ro just said it was weird, so everyone wake up.
What, Popeyes chicken? Love it. Popeyes, man. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Me too. I'm hungry. I'm on a diet again. I'm trying again. I'm too fat. I'm way too fat. So I gotta do my best. Snarkticon DM says Lone Star 3 Schlong of the Soldier. Gawker's Death Rattle says Cecil is pronounced vestigial.
I know. I was mispronouncing vestigial.
Vestigial. Well-read user says to hit a mill, give us the first two covers, EVS. Give us the first two covers. What does that mean? Oh, you want me to make the Chromium available again? I can't do it. I could do a new Chromium cover, but I can't give you the old ones. Man of Sex says 31 Days of Dick to raise money for testicular cancer. Runs from Snake says, well, I love that umbrella guy. Jake Foley says, I just looked at that cherry stuff on Twitter. My conclusion, screw Nasser. I haven't looked at it that close. You know, I just see everyone who has cherries in their name saying, shut up, Ethan. I don't know, bitchy. Like, what is going on? What exactly is going on that I am not aware of?
You're impossible to avoid, apparently.
Yeah, can you just stop? Like, what? You know, I'm not bothering you. You know,
No, they want your attention so you can shine a light on them. That's exactly what's going on.
Caesar's light shines upon them.
Yeah. I just bought Cecil bleach for his Sibian, said Man of Sex.
Oh,
that was very nice.
Matt Hayes says Casey Kasem ain't got Jack on EVS. Thanks, Matt Hayes. Mike Murphy says, was busy streaming, but things don't sound good. Comics and readers first. Sorry to hear about this drama. Best to Ethan and everyone. Razdoc says, just brute in rainbow colors. Razdoc says, hail Nas. Oh, wait, Hall and Nasser. One Hominid says, condolences to Anna and family. So sad. Sorry to bring the room down, but had to say it. Nikon Grishaber says, I've invested in 15 Comicsgate campaigns. I've only received 2. Currently, the Comicsgate's brand is sell high, deliver low, and F the customer. Well, Nikon, we're trying our best. Cyberfrog's coming. Cyberfrog is coming. It's coming next month. It's going to be hopefully that cheers you up a little bit. Matt Hayes says, "Hail Zach and the superpowered A-Team. Devil Dog is so gay, but looks incredibly awesome." Lee Johnson says, "Can we get some Tug gauntlets made for Tug?" Some umbrella-ish colored gauntlets for Tug. I mean, that would be kind of cool. Adam Fulmer, first super chat. I want to get into making comics. I'm good at drawing, but need to get better. Do you have any recommendations to books I could get, or what would be good to practice with?
I do.
Yeah, what do you guys think?
Andrew Loomis.
Andrew Loomis? What do you think, John?
Trace Graveyard Shift.
Yeah.
Well, John's advice. John, what was the advice about drawing the same body part for like 2 weeks or a week straight?
Oh, that's the McFarlane route. Yeah, he spent a couple weeks focusing on each little bit of the body, every segment. Yeah, break body down into segments and go from there.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say honestly, life drawing is best. You know, I really learned a lot from doing caricatures at the mall. It's just life drawing all day long.
See, I did the McFarlane thing, but I would just draw dicks on everything.
Yeah.
You should join the war campaign full time, Cecil.
Zebulon Pike says, "We're really proud of how you handle your shit like a man." Argentico 2003 said, "Doug wrote that he left Comicsgate because EVS told Mike not to post any anti-gay pride stuff, but he defended that Scott dude." Yeah, that was weird.
Well, that got me pissed at Doug is he said Comicsgate is anti-Christian SJW rainbow bullshit. And I was just like, what? Yeah, he was calling it an anti-Christian movement, and I was just like, man, fucking talk about turning on us. It was like,
I don't think under being respectful to gay people is anti-Christian, and if it is, I think that's a weird definition of Christianity. Not to virtue signal. I don't want to virtue signal, but you have to defend yourself here. I love Christians. I'm a Christian. Most of my friends are Christian.
I'm a Christian.
And yeah, like a lot of comic skaters are Christian. But again, the movement is about selling comics. It's not about your religion. It's not anti-Christian. It's not pro-Christian. It's just selling hot dogs to everyone. So, the idea that, trying to say, hey, scale back the stuff that's going to push customers away is in any way anti-Christian fundamentally misunderstands what this movement was all about from the beginning. You can be who you are. We love who you are, no matter who you are. But the idea is to create comics and sell them to everyone. And if you're promoting ideas that push away, except for SJWs, if you're promoting ideas that push away people who are gay, you're losing a lot of sales. A lot of gay people buy comics. A lot of them. You gotta just understand that. So, I thought that was a weird argument. I didn't agree with him at all about that. I don't think that was valid criticism of Comicsgate or me or my behavior. And I don't know. I resent it.
Yeah, it was an odd leap.
Yeah, I will say that I resent that. I thought that was unfair and uncool and hostile for him to say that. SV says Doug still promotes Comicsgate titles but rejects the label. I don't care. That's fine. Whatever. Yakose says it's bull that these guys come to you in Comicsgate for a handout and the fan base. Once they get it, they turn. Fuck them. Check out Keys to Zodia. Matt Becker says Doug is a huge reverse SJW and always has been. I don't know. Who cares? I don't. I'm reading the super chats. I don't care what Doug is. I want everyone to kind of succeed.
I went after him for a couple of days and I haven't said anything since. I'm done.
Yeah. Let's just not focus on negativity. It just doesn't get us anywhere. And we've got great comics to sell, and that's mostly what I'm concerned with. Great new books like Iron Skies, great new books like Monster MD, Shinobi Sasquatch, College of the Dead. We want to promote City of Venus, and there's just so many other books that I want to get into and check out. I really like. I do like what's the book called about guy having sex with women and giving them superpowers?
Oh, that's Super Harem.
Super Harem.
Yeah, that's Super Harem by Wenger. That's right.
Yeah, it is really, really, really good. The art looks great. The idea is funny. It's an adult comic, so we'd have to make that clear to people that the concept is for grown-ups. I know they're like, no, there's no sex in it. Well, there is sex in it.
Right. That's by the art is done by Joseph Ball. Actually, his art is super detailed. He's worked with Tug before, And man, his art is, when you see it in black and white, you see that detail. It's just off the charts.
If you like Super Harem, I think you'll like the anime Sekirei.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's
Okay.
about a young kid and a whole bunch of women's after him. And he has to, hook up with them.
Jesus.
Oh, come on,
Horrible.
Critias. What the hell's wrong with you, Critias?
By the way, Case of the Littlest Umbrella just jumped up to 85,625. Thank you guys for supporting that comic. And let me just check on Mike. Mike jumped up to 154,500. Mike just made $200. This is great. People are out here supporting this comics. 53. You guys at Vestige made 200 and change. That's
Hail Caesar.
And of course, overnight more people I'm sure will come by. Cyberfrog picked up a couple of new backers as well. Definitely appreciate that. And Cyberfrog Vampirella, I don't know if it did. I don't know if it lost money. Cyberfrog Vampirella might have refunded money. But
no. Can't be. Impossible.
How could it? Yeah, exactly.
How could it? Yeah.
Barb Rogers says Nasser is like a suicide bomber, but in comics, Kate. Yeah, I guess that's the way to look at it. And she has all these laughing heads. All right, everyone. I want to thank you guys for being here. It is 12:30. I'm sure somebody else is going to stream. Where's the party at? Is Cecil going to stream, or John, or War Campaign?
Yeah, I can fire up a stream. I'm going to do some drawing. I have to do for Flying Fortress, Eric Weathers' campaign. I have to do this little bomber nose art for like old World War II bombers. So I'm drawing a hot chick. So if anyone wants to hang out and watch me draw a hot chick, there you go.
Can we curse in your chat, John?
Yeah, within reason. Yeah.
Right. Can we say F, 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 F?
Sure. Why not?
Which F?
Damn, bro.
Yeah, it needs to be that one F word. After all, we are Comicsgate. All right, everyone. I love you all, and let's see. Jesus A. Sabal says, when are you doing another P.O. Box video? I did one on Monday, and I got your invitation. I got to talk to you about that. Thank you, everyone. I will see you again tomorrow with another video and another live stream. We're going to go back to Comicsgate Live and promote these comics. Everyone's invited as usual. That includes all of you. Have a great night and see you again soon.